I give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rains. Whole lot of globetrotter, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta. Me, 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply the addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Not a mention of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
Escorted by parents Jeff and Jen Ferre, and accompanied by his sister, Liliana Ferre. Levi is a 3-year letterman in baseball, 2-year letterman in football, and 3-year academic letterman. Levi enjoys spending time with his family and friends and girlfriend Kaylee Sheldon. He attends Mount Vernon Foursquare Church and works for the Apple Valley Marina. Levi also enjoys golfing, fishing, and other outdoor activities. His future plans are to go to college to study criminal justice and then to the police academy to pursue a career in law enforcement. Senior Jacob Hackman. Jacob is escorted by parents Alan and Nicole Hackman, accompanied by his sister Kelsey and brother Kyle. Jacob has been a varsity letterman in football, and in his spare time he enjoys hunting, fishing, and golfing. His future plans are to work for his dad's business, Evergreen Waste. Caleb Lucas. Caleb is escorted by parents Sean and Megan Lucas, accompanied by brother Ryan and sisters Adeline and Gracie. Caleb is a 3-year letterman in football, 2-year letterman in baseball, and 3-year mock trial letterman. In 2023, he was honored as 3rd team All-Ohio defensive end, 1st team All-District defensive end, and 1st team All-Conference defensive end. He has participated in 4-H for 13 years and been a member of Generation Joshua for 8 years. His future plans are to attend college and pursue a degree in business management. He also hopes to play football at the college level. Landon Lyons. Escorted by mother Tony Lyons and father Lee Lyons. accompanied by brother Levi Lyons and sisters Natasha Wood and Briley Lyons. Landon is a 3-year letterman in football, 4-year letterman in baseball, and a 4-year academic letterman. He is also a member of 4-H and National Honor Society. In his spare time, he enjoys golfing, hunting, and fishing. His future plans are undecided at this time. Hunter Mead. Escorted by parents Brian and Kara Mead. Hunter is a letterman in both track and football. He is involved in 4-H, FFA, and enjoys hunting with his friends. His future plans are to work with his dad for complete general construction. Greg Wilson. Escorted by parents Doug and Laurel Wilson. He is a 4-year letterman in football and a member of the Creative Kids 4-H Club for 9 years. Greg's future plans are undecided at this time. Bronson Durbin. Escorted by parents Marcia and George Durbin. Bronson has earned a varsity letter and participated in track for 4 years and cross country for 2 years. He is also a member of Yearbook, St. Luke's Youth Group, and Video Game and Design. Bronson's future, his plans are to join the workforce for heavy machine operators and be a shop stocker at stores. Miss Ava Berger. Escorted by her mother, Margaret Lybrand. Ava has participated in cheer. Her future plans are to pursue a career in education or possibly phlebotomy. Miss Ava Berger. Ava Jensen. Escorted by parents Corey and Amber Jensen. Ava has been a 2-year letterman for cheerleading and track. She is also involved in National Honor Society and Student Council. At this time, Ava's future plans are undecided. Miss Ava Jensen. Taylor Johnston. Escorted by father AJ, mother Angie, and sister Riley. She has participated in basketball and football cheer, softball, and travel softball. Taylor's future plans are to enter the workforce after high school. Miss Taylor Johnston. Addison Kevaney. Escorted by mom, Amanda Walls, stepfather Joe Walls, grandpa Kurt Karsten, brother Jimmy, and sister Joshua. She has participated in cheer and volleyball for 2 years. Addison is in the Culinary Arts program at the Career Center and also involved in Student Council. Her future plans are to either go into the medical field for nursing or continue pursuing the field of culinary arts to become a private chef. Miss Addison Kevaney. Miss Ashley Smith. Escorted by parents Marie and Charles Smith and brother William Smith. Ashley has been a 3-year letterman for football and basketball cheer, 3-year letterman for track, and a 1-year letterman for cross country. She is also involved in 4-H. Her future plans upon graduating high school are to become an occupational therapist. Miss Ashley Smith. Bryce Cool Shade. Escorted by mom, Tara Cool Shade, dad, Mike Shade, sister, Jessica Faye Smith, brother, Isaiah Cool Shade, niece and nephew, Emmett, and Jocelyn. Bryce has been in the marching band, earned a letter in band and theater, and an academic letterman. He is involved in concert band, pep band, jazz band, theater, choir, and book club. His future plans are to attend Ashland University for music education and plans to be in the marching band and concert band in addition to jazz ensemble. He eventually plans to move on to become a band director. Miss Kay Stimper, escorted by parents Barbara and Roy Stimpert. Kay has received letters for band, mock trial, and academics. She has been in marching band for 6 years, high school mock trial for 4 years, theater for 6 years, teen advisory counselor for a year, student counselor for 4 years, band counsel for 6 years, and NHS officer. Her future plans are to attend West Virginia University and as a forensic examiner. She hopes to continue with marching band and march with the Mountaineers next year. After college, she wants to become a crime scene investigator. Miss Kay Stemper. Blue Devil Nation would like to extend congratulations and we thank you for your dedication to Danville Fall Athletics. Thank you, everyone.
I give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rains. Whole lot of globe trotting, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta me. 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply the addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Not a mention of life well lived, for instance. Give it all.
KMAC continues into week number 9. Danville here from Tough Street Stadium just celebrated their senior night, and they will take on a fellow 4-1 opponent, the Fredericktown Freddies, looking to see who can keep their hopes alive out of potentially sharing this KMAC title come the end of week 10 next Friday. We're going to see this one in a couple of moments. Stay tuned here, live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
We all need help sometimes dealing with everything life throws at us. As outdoorsmen, spending time in nature, hunting, fishing, and cooking with the buddies we love are great ways to reset and decompress. Man Therapy is a platform designed for men, by men, to help us sort through stress, anxiety, depression, or any other puzzles we're dealing with. Get a rundown of how you excel and where you can improve your mental health by taking Man Therapy's 20-point head inspection. It's free, it's anonymous, and it could be your first step towards becoming a happier, healthier man. Learn more at mantherapy.org.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Fredericktown Marathon Towing and Repair pregame show. Jonathan Langdon with you here on the OH Report alongside Andy Jardy, sporting his Cleveland Guardians gear, as you should after a game like last night.
I'm just so happy about everything right now, and this game tonight that we're going to see here between these two teams should be an incredible game. Two teams coming in identical records in the KMAC, trying to find a way to have a share with Northmore. They're going to need some help. They had their chance against Northmore, couldn't do it, and now they're going to need some help, but you got to get through this one first if you're going to have any chance of that.
Yes, I hope this game makes you a lot happier than you already are. So let's go ahead and talk about these two teams. Fredericktown, they come in 5-3. They struggled in non-conference, but they've really kicked it on as of late. 4-1, one of two teams remaining with just one loss. They're going to see the other one here tonight.
Yeah, and Fredericktown, too, coming into this one, according to Joe Idle, they are in the playoffs as of right now at the number 14 seed in Division 5, Region 18. Of course, the top 16 make it. They control their own destiny. A win tonight would almost certainly give them a lock into the postseason.
And why are they winning all of a sudden? Well, the answer is probably going to be Blake Sipes, who is our player spotlight, and we'll see if he's the reason tonight for the same thing. So he is a dual-threat player, running the quarterback position for this team. What do you see in him?
Yeah, I mean, he can do it through the air. He can do it with his feet on the ground, too. Coming off a big game last week, too. Only threw one incomplete pass, threw for 95 yards and a touchdown. Oh, and by the way, he had 12 carries, 138 yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. So Blake Sipes definitely going to be the focal point of this Freddy's offense.
So with Blake Sipes, one thing you need to know, he loves to run the football. Another team that loves to run the football, this Danville Blue Devil team, that has been their identity these last 3 or 4 years where they've been so good.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see. We might not have a lot of possessions in this game, depending on how these offenses run tonight, if they're able to keep drives alive. But these two teams love to run it on the ground. We've got Danville, the best rushing defense in the KMAC, and Fredericktown, the best rushing offense in the KMAC. So two styles clashing here tonight should be a good one.
And Danville is on a 3-game win streak. Granted, 2 of those wins are against some of the bottom feeders in the league, but they had a big win last week against Centerburg, and the big player in that one is our spotlight tonight. Aidan Burke had a career-high 183 rushing yards.
Yeah, and he had a 20-yard touchdown run late in the first quarter, which was the only scoring they needed last week in that win over Centerburg. But yeah, Aidan Burke will be someone to key in on here for Danville on the year. Just under 900 yards rushing. He's got 7 touchdowns, but keep an eye. He's had issues holding on to the football this year, too. He has lost 5 fumbles.
Yeah, that's something that Coach, when I talked to him, Coach Bloom said they know that is an issue. He's been working on it every single day, and he just keeps on getting better every single day. We'll see if that sentiment plays true here tonight as we take it out to the field, and we're going to see Danville march their way out onto the field here at Tough Street Stadium, a place they haven't lost since 2022.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough place to play here on Tough Street. What a great name for a street, by the way. But yeah, this is not an easy place to come in and try and get a victory. It's senior night here. There's a lot of emotions in the air tonight. Waiting in line at the concessions. You know, I heard one of the moms talking. She's like, I've cried so many times today. So there's a lot at stake. That's one thing the players have to remember, is to just keep yourself focused. It's just another game. Try to block out all the extra, activity going on with it being senior night. Just play your style of football, and you should be okay tonight.
And while it is senior night, this is going to be a big moment for a bunch of those seniors out there. But Joe Idle has them right now locked in as a top 8 seed. So they're going to be hosting another game here at Tough Street, but still some emotion towards this one.
Yeah, it's your last, regular season home game here. There is definitely a little bit of a feel to that. I was thinking about that too, coming in here with it being senior night. I was thinking back, it's been so long now since my senior night in high school, playing baseball, and you knew it going in that it was your last game, but you didn't. I at least at the time didn't really process it. It's hard to think about that, like, it's over after this game, because you just are so used to, getting back out there and playing again. But yeah, it definitely hits you at different times. So a lot of seniors here on this Danville roster tonight. Good crowd on hand. Great atmosphere. Beautiful night too for Week 9. Are you kidding me? I mean,
yes.
This is fantastic. So yeah, this is a great place to come and watch. This is my first time being down here too. What a beautiful area. The drive down here. Went through parts of Ohio I didn't know existed, and at this time of the year too. I'm going to have to make a return trip to Mohican State Park or something, because that looked fantastic.
Yes, and when you talk about the beautiful conditions, the weather today pretty much throughout was in the 60s. We'll dip into the 50s for kickoff. 58 is where it sits right now here in Danville, but prime weather for a prime team playing up against top competition and still waiting on Danville to make their way out. but a big crowd on hand getting ready to welcome them with open arms. So, Jardy, we've talked a lot about Danville. Now it's time to talk about Fredericktown, a team that has turned things around as of late. They've won some big-time games, one conference loss, of course, against a really good Northmore team. But in those results, what are you seeing growth-wise from the Freddies?
Well, I think it was really forefront last week in the just dominating effort they had over East Knox, winning that game 31-0. And, they struggled a little bit early on. They were 1-3 to start the year, but they've rattled off 4 out of their last 5 in the win column, and you're seeing them continue to just grow as the season goes. I think that's been the biggest thing, as they just continue to sort of build on each week as the Freddies take the field. They'd love nothing more than to come in here, get a win in Danville, spoil senior night. That's always the fun thing when you know what kind of game it is, and you're playing on the road, nothing to lose. You want to come in and spoil the party.
And here come the Danville Blue Devils, flags and all, on senior night here as they take on a Fredericktown team that they handled last year easily in the KMAC opener week 4, 40-0.
Yeah, 40-0. They've dominated this series recently, winning 9 of the last 10. So this has been Danville's game for the last decade. We'll see if the Freddies can flip the script here tonight.
So clock flips over to 12, and we're going to get ready here for the first quarter. Want to take a second before we kick off to thank our sponsors tonight, bringing us here to Tough Street Stadium. Our scoreboard sponsor that you see there on your screen will be there all night. The Bottleneck Bar and Grill, family-owned and operated with locally sourced produce and cold drinks in a safe, clean, friendly place to be. Also, thank you to our pregame sponsor, also halftime and postgame, you'll see them as well. Mike's Fredericktown Marathon Towing and Repair, a full gas station serving breakfast and lunch. Mike's also offers 24-hour towing and full-service automotive repair. Thank you to our MVP sponsor, Panchos Tacos, our instant replay sponsor, Danville Feed and Supply, and our first down sponsor, Danville Health Center, and our commercials you'll see tonight from Killbuck Savings Bank, Knox Community Hospital, and the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. So Danville will kick this off to Fredericktown to start things tonight. It's the senior Caleb Lucas who grabs the ball for the Blue Devils. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight, both on YouTube and on Facebook, live and free on the OH Report. My name is Jonathan Langdon. To my left is Andy Jardy. You'll hear him tonight, and our camera operator, Merrick Johnson, to my right. Lucas kicks us off, and that will skid over to the return man. And taking this on the far side, missing a couple of tackles there at Danville. It is knocked out of bounds from Blake Sipes, who's back to return. He takes returning duties from Brody Davis, who is out for today's game.
Yeah, Brody Davis not able to go tonight, and this could be a game, too, where there could be a special teams play that sort of breaks it open or is the ultimate deciding factor. These two defenses are legit. I don't know if we're going to see a lot of points tonight, but each team has got to take care of the football.
First down and 10. Ball is on the 27-yard line to start this drive. Sipes, a dual-threat quarterback, 95 pass yards, 138 rush yards. He's in the shotgun right now as he takes the snap. Those stats were from last week against East Knox. He dives forward, gets a little bit over 5 yards there on first down.
Yeah, we will be calling his name a lot tonight. Can do it through the air with his feet. Got just under 800 yards passing and over 1,100 yards rushing on the season.
He's in the shotgun again with Roush to his right. One receiver far side. Snap, give. This is Elijah Roush, and he will push forward close to that first down marker. We'll see if they give it to him.
It is going to be so important tonight, too, for Fredericktown to win first down, and they did it there on the first down. 5-yard gain makes it second in a high percentage situation there, and then you get yourself second in medium range there, and they pick up our first down already.
So good start for this Fredericktown offense. Told you the stats earlier with Sipes rushing and passing. Just missed 100 yards both rushing and passing. He's done that once this year. It was week 2 against Utica. Takes the snap here. He'll keep it himself. He'll go to the outside. Lucas is chasing. He's going to take an angle to try and find him down the field, and that he will do, knock him out of bounds. But a big run from Blake Sipes to start this one for Fredericktown.
Yeah, he had all sorts of green in front of him. Just a simple rollout to the right. And they are deep now into Danville territory.
Now remember, last week against Centerburg, if you're a Danville fan, they made their way down the field pretty easily, although it was from a kick return from Trevin Harris. But around this area is when they started to slow down, and they ended up turning over the ball and an interception by the quarterback, Blaine Ball. Here is a give to Roush that will get maybe 2.
That's what Danville needs to see more of on the defensive side of things, stopping them on first down, not letting them get any sort of big gain, force them into second, third, and longs, as that goes for just 1.
Elijah Roush in his second year leading the backfield, a senior, stands 5'11", 190. He'll be to the left hip here of Sipes. 2 receivers near side. You've got Carter Mull and also number 12, Dalton Lang, who replaces the injured Brody Davis. Here's Sipes to the outside. He won't get the first down, but he does get solid yardage.
And they had a spy waiting for him, and he just didn't care. Look at him just juke him out, and then he turns on the afterburners, gets to the outside, chased out of bounds. Big play there on second down to make this 3rd and short.
That was Nolan Ridgway there, as we're going to take a look at the Fredericktown offense. Those are their starters right there. 3rd down on the way.
Probably looking at 4-down territory here, too, if you don't lose yardage on this play.
Snap. This will be a handoff, a struggle of a handoff. They give it to Gavin Toombs. He gets his first touch of the night. Won't have enough, but as Andy said, yes, this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, it looked like they tried that little handoff sort of pass there, and Danville was having none of it.
Here's your
4th and
Danville
2.
defense. Looking to make a stand here on 4th down and 2. 9.5 to go here in the first quarter. This will be a big stop for the Devils to kind of emulate what they did last week against the Trojans. And now whistle blown and a timeout called by Coach Will Hartley. Hartley in his 5th season with Fredericktown, a record of 43-41. He wants to talk things over with his team.
Yeah, it's a big play here early on. I mean, 4th and 2, you've had a nice drive here to start on your opening possession. You want to find a way to keep it going, put some points on the board here on your opening drive, especially on the road, too. Just coming in here, you want to get off to as good of a start as you can, and this 4th and 2, want to make sure everybody's on the same page here. See if they might try to get him to jump with a hard count, too.
So Sipes, the quarterback, you've seen him make some pretty big runs here in the first drive. He started against Danville last year through 5 interceptions to this Danville defense, but you've seen, obviously, they haven't thrown the ball nearly as much this week, but he's been much more of a threat this year with his legs that you don't really have to throw the ball too much.
Yeah, turnovers have been an issue for him. He's actually thrown more interceptions than touchdowns this year. 7 picks versus 6 touchdowns. That's what Danville, this secondary, too, is so good. They want to try and force him into some turnovers.
Here's a give, and there's a throw almost intercepted as we talk about it. It hits the ground, though, but Danville football.
Interesting play call there. I mean, he threw it. It's just sort of a very uncomfortable looking play. Just in and out of the hands, though, of Gavin Toombs. And a big stop. Danville defense, bend but don't break. Gets the turnover on downs.
Nolan Ridgway in there almost got the interception. Backup quarterback for this team, but starting quarterback makes his way out to the field. Jacob Hackman last week had 98 yards passing. It's pretty good for his standards, a team that doesn't pass the ball too much. His most efficient night as well. Last week, he went 8 for 9 passing.
And then he also punched it in on the ground from 5 yards out for their second touchdown.
In the shotgun he goes. He's going to throw here early to start. And here's a completion to Aidan Mickley, who gets the first down. Interesting. We may see Danville pass a little bit more here tonight with the nice condition.
Could be, and it just might be because I'm in attendance too. I was at Lucas last week, and they came out chucking the ball all over the place, which I didn't see a whole lot of from them. But a nice pitch and catch there on first down, one play and a first down. You'll take that every time.
We use the term for Lucas, RPO, run people over, but I feel like both of these teams do that as well. But Danville starts with a pass on their first drive offensively. Aidan Burke to the right hip of Jacob Hackman. Mickley made the completion. He is in motion here. This will be an option play. Hackman opts to keep. He gets around the contain man, and he's got plenty of space. Past the 40, he'll be knocked out of bounds.
There you see that speed of Hackman just running through the defenders, getting to the outside, deep into Fredericktown territory now.
He's got a first down through the air, and now he does it with his legs. 8:27 to go here in the first quarter. First down and 10 for the third time this drive.
And much like Fredericktown, you're seeing Danville have some success here on their drive. See if the Blue Devils can finish, though.
Payne in motion. You'll see him do that a lot here as Aidan Burke is going to get his first carry, bounces off the first tackler, and is able to get over 5 yards.
That was an impressive run to get something out of it. I thought he was hit right there and brought down, but he spins out of it, takes a couple Freddies with him, picks up 5. That is a tough earned 5 yards, but they'll take it.
A fantastic start here on this drive for Danville. This is, however, their first second down of the drive. And Andy, this is a team that doesn't score in the first quarter, just 6 points since week 2.
It's interesting sometimes how there's stats like that where teams just can't find a way to score. You see it in the NFL. What the Eagles have not scored in the first quarter all season too. So sometimes it just takes you a little bit of time to get a feel for the game.
Payne again in motion. Hackman, snap, rolls to the left. He wanted to find Payne. He's now going to look down the field. One-handed interception is made for Fredericktown. Wow. Carter Mull in there to snag it away. And the first interception of the night goes to Danville.
What a pick this was. One-handed. An incredible job here by the Freddies to get that turnover. And a Danville drive that looked promising ends with a turnover. That's going to be a big thing tonight. These two teams are prone to turning the ball over. Danville's had some trouble with fumbles. Fredericktown's thrown some interceptions this year. Who can avoid those turnovers could play a big role in who comes away 5-1 in KMAC play.
Carter Mull, 5 tackles last week against East Knox. That's his 3rd interception of the season. And here's a give up the middle to Roush. And he is swallowed up in the backfield.
Yeah, just nowhere to go here. That Danville defense up front. That's what they got to do more of on first down.
So second down here with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Both teams have had a drive. They've not been able to convert. 2 turnovers, 1 on downs, and then the one you saw there from Danville on an interception. Snap, this will be Sipes from the get-go, getting to the outside here, and it'll be taken down from the legs. Third down and medium.
Sipes on the carry. Brought down after a gain of about 5 yards by Owen Gronberg.
Blake Sipes, all KMAC second team last season. And last week went 6 for 7. He had an efficient night himself. 95 yards through the air, had a touchdown as well against East Knox.
He's already got 4 carries on the night for 41 yards rushing.
Here's third down and 5. Sipes looking downfield. He had a deep option, decides not to go with him. He has the first down with his legs. Jukes out a defender, and he's close to midfield, still in Danville territory as there's a first down brought to you by Danville Health Center here for Fredericktown.
And that's just a wise decision, too. That's what you asked me, what have I seen from Fredericktown? Those are the kind of plays that show you that the team is growing as the season goes on. Could have forced a throw downfield, potentially turnover, decides to keep it, picks up the first down, keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, the deep man they usually go with is Brody Davis. He's out this week. It was Dalton Lang that was trying to get through the secondary. Sipes was looking his way, opted not to go with him. But the big gain on the ground gives us another first down and 10. Roush will rush, and it looks like about 3 for him as they get to midfield.
Elijah Roush on the carry.
Clock will run, 5.5 to go in the first.
We were talking about that before the game, too. This could be a game where there are not going to be a lot of possessions with the way that these offenses run. And if they're able to continue to keep drives alive, that is going to make each possession that much more valuable. And both these teams unable to convert on their opening drives. Who's going to get that first score, draw the first blood, and put themselves in a good spot?
2nd down and 8 on the 49 of Danville. Sipes breaks through, and he's close to that first down marker. Officials marked to give him the first down. Sipes is really just all over the place right now, running the ball, and that's kind of setting a precedent for this team to maybe open up that pass game later.
Yeah, that's the thing. You lull that secondary to sleep with all the running, and then you take a shot downfield. They've only attempted one pass here so far. It was that 4th and 2, almost Tim Tebow type jump throw that fell incomplete.
But they've been trying to make some passes because Sipes was looking for about 3 or 4 seconds, didn't see anything, and tucked it and ran. 1st and 10. Here's a give to the backup running back.
Ball's
and
out.
Ball is loose, and it looks like Danville might have it.
I think the Freddies were able to get back on it.
And that they were, and it's a first down. Big break there for the Freddies. That's Kirk Parker, who came in to rush and immediately spilled one. But the Freddies keep the ball, and they get the first down. They are marked at the 30. Danville in the danger zone right now yet again. Can they force another turnover? Kirk Parker remains in the game. He's going to get another give. Danville collapses on him, trying to rip it away after seeing what he did on his first carry. That time, just a gain of 1.
And after a gain of 1 by Chris Mosher and Owen Gronberg.
3.5 to go, 2nd and 9 on the 29 once we get this next play going. Roush checks back into the game, and Parker will go out.
Park has never had a carry yet this season until just now. You're probably seeing that because of the Brody Davis injury.
3:11 on the clock. Here's a motion, and it'll still be a give, this time to Roush, and he's right around the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and long incoming, Jardy.
I mean, this is almost identical to their opening drive. They were able to march right down the field, and then they got to this spot and struggled to do anything. We'll see what they do here, 3rd and 9.
You got to think it may just be Danville's short field defense that is just really taking a leap here in the second half of the season.
Yeah, and this could be one of those games, too, where you see teams just move the ball from 30 to 30. Who's going to be able to finish a drive?
You got to think that Sipes may have to pass here soon. He's in the shotgun with 3 receivers. It's going to be an option. Sipes keeps the ball, breaks some tackles, and he's going to try and churn his way for the first down. He'll be left short, but right around the same area the last one on their last drive, another 4th down.
Yeah, it'll be 4th and 2, so yeah, gain of 7. I think it was 4th and 2 on their opening drive as well, too, but I like the play call because it tells me that they were going to go for it on 4th down anyway. And Sipes doing it with his feet, I think, gives you the best option, and I would not be shocked to see him try and pick this up running it as well, too. Maybe see him roll out, see what he can do.
Ball on the 22-yard line of Danville. Another big potential stand here for the Blue Devils at home on senior night. Sipes again in the shotgun. He'll roll to the right, passes, finds Toombs, and Toombs trying to find the outside. He stiffs arm Ferre into the end zone. Touchdown, Fredericktown.
To Gavin Toombs, who takes it in for the Fredericktown touchdown.
Gavin Toombs able to get in the All KMAC honorable mention from last season, adding to his total this season. That is his 4th touchdown of the year.
Excellent play call by the Freddies there. Talked about it. You lull them to sleep with all the running, and then you take that shot right there, throwing it through the air, finding Toombs, and let him do the rest. He takes it 22 yards for the strike, and the Freddies are going to be up 7-0.
So Isaiah Brake able to knock that one through for the extra point. We'll take a break and come back live and free on the OH Report.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Fredericktown getting set to kick things off to Danville here. They take a 7-0 lead off a pass touchdown from Sipes to Toombs. And this will be break. Kick this off. It'll be bobbled here from Byers. He's able to finally pick it up. He'll be stopped for no gain. About the 35 is where Danville will start their drive.
That was dangerous to try and pick that up and run with it. He should have just fallen on it. He almost coughed it up. And at this time of the year, too, the dampness gets into the air, makes things a little bit more slick. But what a start for Fredericktown. I mean, almost as perfect of a start as you could have hoped for. The opening drive obviously stalled, but you force Danville into a turnover. You march right down the field, draw first blood on the scoreboard, and find yourself sitting with a 7-0 lead and putting your defense back out there, who feels pretty good after that one-handed interception.
This drive will start with 1:27 left in the first quarter. Here's a give to Aidan Burke, who is immediately eaten up. He's able to push forward for 2 yards. But this Fredericktown defensive line winning the battle here early so far.
And that'll be an interesting play to see ran later in the game. You saw them bring the receiver in motion and kind of run an option after they'd handed it off to Burke. Wouldn't be surprised to see them use that play later on in the game and do something a little bit different.
Shotgun formation for Jacob Hackman. He's got Burke to his left hip. 2 tight ends in to the near side. He'll go right side instead, though. Burke is going to get hardly any gain.
And it looked like he almost lost that on the exchange there, too. As soon as he got it, looked like he bobbled it for just a second.
So 3rd down and 6. The remaining time here in the first quarter and the play clock are pretty much identical.
Yeah, they do not have to snap the ball.
But if they do, this would be the last play here of the first quarter. Motion for Payne. He'll stay on the near side. He'll get a running start here on the throw from Hackman. He'll find Wesley down the field, and the 3rd down will be converted. It's close there, but move those chains. Yeah. He steps out of bounds, so we are going to have another play.
Anytime you think it's going to end, it just never does. But that's a big-time conversion right there. Danville needed that. I mean, they were looking at a 3rd and long there, 3rd and 6. Trying to keep a drive going here, answer that Fredericktown score, and they just did get that 1st down. That was close.
3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Lucas gets sent into a motion. He'll go back where he started on the left side. 2 receivers outside, Payne and Mickley. Burke will get the handoff. No, this is Siren Wallace. Wallace is a nice change of speed for this Danville run game, and he runs his way for a 1st down to end the first quarter. Looked like they were going to try and run another play, but now the officials will stop it. End of the first quarter, Fredericktown up 7-0 over Danville.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Into the second quarter we go. First down was won on that last play by freshman Siren Wallace for the Danville Blue Devils, who are driving here in Fredericktown territory. Ball is placed at the 42 as Wallace will get sent into motion. Here is a toss to Aidan Burke. Burke finally able to find some space. He'll gain about 5.
So that's the second time they've ran that formation and that play design. This time you could see they were almost setting up for an option to pitch it to Wallace too. So there are a lot of different variables and options they can do with that play. Saw them the first time just hand it off to Burke. This time they give it to him and they have that option to pitch it again.
Yeah, Coach Bloom loves what Siren Wallace brings just because of how much he contrasts from what Aidan Burke does. Because he gives a little change of speed and agility, while Burke is kind of a run-you-over type of guy.
It's a thunder-lightning combo is what it is, and you saw that from Wallace on his carry. That juke move he pulled was impressive.
Second catch of the day for Aidan Mickley, the sophomore. No rushes last week, still no rushes today. He had a catch for 21 yards last week against Centerburg. He's off to a good start here. Into the second quarter, third down and short.
Probably looking at 4-down territory here. See what they decide to run here on third down.
Under center. We'll go Hackman, 2 receivers, 1 on each side.
Freddie stacking the box.
It is a give to Burke. He pushes it to the outside. He's taken down from the secondary. And Burke a little slow to get up, but he does get the first down.
Just great vision here to get to the outside. He saw there was nothing up front for him. If he could just get to the outside, he was going to have enough for that first down. And I think he was a little upset because I think he was thinking touchdown on that run too. But it keeps the drive going. Both teams with 5 first downs here.
Clock will continue to roll down. That's Danville's game. Run as much clock as you can. This isn't a team that necessarily gains too many yards, but they're still such an efficient team. And they end up on top nearly every single week. The only 2 losses they've had are against teams that are still undefeated. As there's a play that's broken up in the backfield. Northmore sits 8-0 right now. Hopewell Loudon sits 8-0 as well. Danville lost to Hopewell Loudon week 3, 8-12. They lost to Northmore 41-6. .9:35 left here as Danville will take their time up to the line. Here's the play call. Payne and Ridgway go to the far side here as receivers. Lucas will motion left side of the O-line. Snap. This is a give. Siren Wallace, with that speed we mentioned earlier, is going to break around the outside. He breaks a couple tackles and wins the first down.
This kid is something else. I mean, this play should have really gone for nothing, but he gets it on speed alone, sneaks his way through a couple defenders, and gets the first down.
Danville loves their running backs. They had Cole DeLauder last year, who was just a brute force.
Yes.
They got Aidan Burke this year. It just feels like there's something different about this Siren Wallace kid.
Yeah, he's got 2 carries for 26 yards already, so he is efficient. And like you said, gives them a nice change of pace. And speaking of pace, I think that first quarter in real time took about 18 minutes. I mean, that was quick.
7:26 in real time right now. Just getting under 9 minutes to go in the first half. It was very similar to that last week against Centerburg, a really fast first half. Here's a throw down the field, overthrown. Looking for Aidan Mickley there.
Just a little too much on that throw from Hackman. I think he was excited at how wide open his receiver was and just put a little too much zip on that one. And luckily for Danville, those deflections sometimes fall right into the defender's hands, but that one goes out of bounds.
You mentioned how fast that first half went. I'll say that one thing that slowed the game down was penalty flags, especially in the second half. 18 total were thrown in that game, 7 of which were against the Blue Devils for 87 yards.
Well, what was the game you and I did earlier in the year, too, at Mount Gilead, right?
And Grove City Christian.
Oh, my gosh, that third quarter took 40 minutes.
Not seeing that here tonight. Siren Wallace, is this going to be his first career touchdown? Yes, it is. The freshman showing out on senior night. You're going to see the give, and I don't think anybody touched him.
He's something else. I mean, he is special. For a freshman, my goodness. I think Fredericktown and everyone else on the KMAC was wishing it was senior night for him, too, because he is going to be a problem for a couple years.
Extra point on the way here. Caleb Lucas will kick it. This is a team that doesn't usually kick field goals at all, even if they are extra points. Lucas will try this, and that's a pretty darn good-looking kick. That's the first extra point made of the season for Danville. They tie this up 7-7 against Fredericktown here on the OH Report. Danville scores on the following drive that Fredericktown found pay dirt, 7-7. And Danville will kick this right back off to the Freddies on a touchdown run by Siren Wallace, the freshman for Danville. And I've heard some utterings here in the press box that he may have a brother on the way as well that is going to tear the KMAC apart. Here is a short kick. It's bobbled, and we'll see who comes up with it. It looks like Fredericktown was able to get back up on it, and that they did.
So this will be great starting field position for the Freddies as these two teams trading punches, countering one another. It's kind of what we expected coming into this, that this could be a very closely contested game. Not sure we maybe saw both teams scoring already here tonight. Thought we might see the defenses play a little bit better than they have, but this should be a lot of fun. There's a reason these two teams are 4-1 in the KMAC.
It takes a lot to spread out a defense with just your run game. Sipes is able to do just that. He's going to throw here, however, passes a little bit behind his target, but a good job there by Dalton Lane to slide in and make the catch. Another Danville feed and supply replay as Mole hauls it in. Short of the first down marker, 2nd down and 2. Ball is on the 49 of Danville already.
Sipes 2 of 3 here so far, 30 yards passing and a touchdown. Doing the bulk of his workload with his feet.
Sipes the QB draw to the inside, outside here, near side, and he'll be taken down by Josh Byers, one of the best defensive players in the KMAC. But not before a first down for the Freddies.
He is just so good at getting into open space and then outrunning defenders. He's already had runs tonight of 25 yards and 2 for 18. I mean, he's well over 50, 60 yards rushing already.
Talking about Sipes, I'll go ahead and talk about Josh Byers, who made the tackle. He had one of pretty much everything last week. 13 tackles, 2 sacks, a forced fumble, and an interception, all against Centerburg. Bad snap here. Able to keep it in and not fumble the ball. They give it to Roush, and he's tackled in the backfield.
Second snap here on this drive that's been a little bit high. Thankfully, Sipes tall enough to keep those in possession. But, yeah, two interesting snaps here on this drive have almost been disastrous.
Caleb Lucas and Aidan Burke both came in for the tackle. This will be 2nd down and 13 after that big loss. Trips to the far side here for Fredericktown. The snap is taken. Sipes rolls out, doesn't see much. He's still waiting. He's going to get rushed by the Danville defense. He looks over towards the sideline. There's a flag thrown. Pass is incomplete, intended for Dalton Lane.
I think we got an ineligible receiver downfield is going to be the call. Probably got a lineman drift out too far.
Preliminary call as ineligible lineman downfield for Fredericktown.
First
So
penalty.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't open things up for both sides.
That penalty is declined.
Oh, it's declined.
Third down and 13.
What do you think of that? So you accept the penalty, 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 18, but 3rd down and 13. I'm sure you'll take that.
Yeah, I would decline that penalty as well too.
See if the Freddies can get anywhere close to potentially go for this on 4th down too. It is in that sort of range where you would expect that. Sipes, play action, rolls out to the right again. Gronberg trying to get to him. He gets a little bit of contact there on that throw. There's another flag. Could this be another?
I'll say we're going to see the same exact thing. I mean, those plays are taking so long. Everyone just sort of keeps drifting out there, and they're not sure what Sipes is going to do, if he's going to take off running or check it downfield, but they'll decline it again, and now we're 4th and 13.
One thing for Fredericktown defensively that was a key for the game that we never got to, Andy, was for them to not let Danville extend plays, but right now we're seeing them do that very same thing. But sometimes just the play develops and you don't get rid of it as soon as you should, and then those 2 penalties are direct results of that.
Oh, and we talked about the Danville secondary too, how talented they are. I mean, there was nobody open on those plays, so Sipes just kind of threw it up there hoping his receiver would come down with it, and it was a dangerous throw.
So 4th down and 13, they're going to take this snap. This will be favorable field position if Danville can convert here. Sipes has nowhere to run. He'll throw down the field. He has him in. The tight end, Andy Kirshner. Well past the 1st down marker. Well done by the Freddies to get open.
I mean, shades of Pat Mahomes, right? Just kind of finding a way to keep a play alive and then waiting for his tight end to get open. Throws it down to him. I mean, great coverage again downfield. He wanted to find Toombs, but Toombs was double covered. And a great catch there. Keeps the drive alive for Fredericktown. That is huge.
6.5 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. This is a solid drive cooking for the Freddies as Sipes is going to run this one and not get too far. A couple yards.
Sipes on the carry.
Score 7-7. Both teams scored on their last drives. Fredericktown trying to make it 2 straight drives with a score. 2nd down and 7 on the 10-yard line here with 6:02 to go. Sipes breaks the huddle. Dalton Lang near side, lined up as a receiver. Roush to the right hip of Sipes. He'll take the handoff, and he loses it. Ball is still on the ground, and who's going to have it?
Danville thinks they've got it.
And they do. It's recovered by Caleb Lucas, the senior.
Huge stand by the Blue Devil defense. Freddies with all the momentum after converting that 4th and 13 down here in a goal-to-go situation, and then just coughing it up at the worst possible time. And once again, Danville bend but don't break. Freddies have been able to move the ball.
We've had great conditions here tonight. Nothing that would suggest a slippery football, but we've had 2 fumbles already from Fredericktown, and we were talking about Danville with Aidan Burke, who was struggling to hold on to the football with 5 fumbles already this season. And hopefully I didn't just jinx him to spill one here, but it's kind of been the opposite side.
And we talked about Sipes throwing interceptions, and it was Danville who threw the interception.
Payne again in motion. Here's a toss. As Wallace has had a great day so far, he'll keep going. They'll keep going with him. And not too much of a gain there.
He almost found a way to use the defender there and keep going. Like, he almost was able to get back up from that because he landed on the defender. But he does lose a yard on the play.
So on Fredericktown's 4th and 13, I was a little surprised they went for it there, although it did work out and they converted it. I thought that they would try to pin them deep, but really a couple plays later, even after converting the 4th down, that's basically what they've done here with 2nd down and 11. Ball is on the 9 with 5 minutes to go here in the first half. A score apiece, 7-7, as Siren Wallace will still move forward there and get a few.
Boy, between him and Burke tonight, anytime I think the play is dead, somehow they're able to find a way to keep it going, pick up a couple more yards.
And that's great to see from Wallace because you rely on his speed, but when you go with him, you take away a little bit of that size that Burke obviously has, but you can tell that Siren Wallace has the heart of a lion every time he touches the football. And right there, you saw exactly what I mean. 3rd down and 4 on the 16. It is now Burke in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Burke dives forward. It'll be close.
Aidan Burke on the carry.
I don't think he got it.
Gain of about 3 on the play. That'll be a yard short of a first down for Danville. Brings up
Yeah, short.
I think we'll see our first punt of the night now.
It's 4th down and 1 on the 19. 4 to go.
Ball placed at the 18-yard line.
Interesting decision here. Does Danville punt? We haven't seen one of those yet. Their punter is Nolan Ridgway, so if you see him out there, that may mean that's what they're going with. But Hackman is still seeing if he's going to get a call here.
I think they're just going to take as much time off the clock here and then take a timeout and punt this thing away. They're actually saying 4th and 2.
Yeah, so that would even more so discourage you from going for this. And the timeout will be called. 3:28 they run it all the way down to. And when we get back going, we'll see the first punt of the night.
So the Freddies will have 2 timeouts remaining. Just under 3.5 to go. You would imagine they'll get some pretty decent field position here depending on how this punt goes, but they'll probably start somewhere around midfield. Plenty of time for them to work at their own pace, try to score before the half.
Make sure to stick with us at halftime. We'll have both band performances live and free here on the OH Report, both on YouTube and Facebook. You can see Fredericktown's band there on the far side, getting warmed up, getting set to go into their positions with 3:28 left here.
Tell you what, the marching bands didn't have a lot of time to sit down in this first half. It has been moving.
So the punter is Nolan Ridgway, but it's Hackman under center. They're going to go for this. Snap, give. Wallace jukes out the first defender. He's not going to have it. Fredericktown with the stand, and they've got prime field position to tack on another score.
I don't understand that. I don't get why you go for that. I mean, you are giving them excellent field position late in the half. If anything, I thought they were just going to try the hard count to get them to jump off sides and pick up the first down that way, but that is a head scratcher.
And it gives Sipes a chance to just go 18 yards into the end zone with this Fredericktown offense. 2 receivers near side. Snap. Rolling out here, Sipes, the play action, trying to get past Grongberg. He'll run for this and get a few yards. He'll run out of bounds, stop the clock. 2nd down incoming. So it's a gain of 4. No, it's a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 on the 12. Sipes running all over the field tonight so far here in this first half. Roush has had a couple carries, but he did spill the football on their last drive. Sipes another snap. Breaks it to the right, cuts inside, and he does get yardage, and he might have a first down. It'll be close there.
That was an incredible job of his footwork to be able to. He's going to be a little bit short of the first down, but I mean, he snuck between two Danville defenders there, and then he kind of shuffled his feet sideways to get through and get close to the first down.
So it is 3rd down and 1. The clock will keep rolling, but you kind of like this if you're Fredericktown because you're not giving Danville much of a chance to make a big play and respond here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I would run the play clock down as much as you can here.
Sipes draw from the get-go, and he is taken down, but it is a first down.
Yeah, that's what you want there if you're Fredericktown. Get that first down.
However, it is 1st and goal at the 9. You love 1st and goals, but you don't love them when you're either at the 8, 9, or 10. They're at the 8, actually.
Yeah, I always love when you can still get that first down, like inside the 2 or the 3, and they'll have 4 plays here to get. Actually, they're going to mark them now at the 7. They keep moving the ball up. They're going to have 4 plays to get 7 yards.
See, now it's not too bad.
Yeah. See if that Danville defense can get another big-time turnover here.
Shotgun snap. Sipes gives Roush, fumbled earlier, and he holds on there, gets a few yards.
Elijah Roush on the carry. Chris Mosher in on the stop for the Blue Devils.
Roush last week just 13 carries for only 23 yards, so he's been kind of contained here as of late, and seeing the same thing tonight.
Yeah, he's got just 12 yards on the ground here so far tonight. I'll have to add Blake's up at halftime because he's got a bunch.
Yep. A lot of Blake and a lot of Toombs as well. He had the receiving touchdown. That gave Fredericktown the lead. Here's Sipes trying to give them the lead again, and pretty much untouched. He is in the end zone.
How did he get between those defenders? Blake Sipes is something else, man. He is fun to watch. Take a look at this. I mean, he just sliced and diced his way right between them, untouched. And that is huge after the very interesting decision to go for it on 4th down from your own 18-yard line instead of punting it away. I mean, that's what that's going to lead to.
So pending the extra point here from Isaiah Brake, it will be a 14-7 lead. Here's the snap, hold, all good, kick as well, is good. So Blake Sipes, the area's 4th leading rusher, is able to rush into the end zone here, and we're going to take another break here on the OH Report. We'll be back.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Wallace and Payne back to return for Danville as Fredericktown took the lead yet again before our break. Blake Sipes, a 4-yard rushing touchdown for him.
Sounds like a law firm, Wallace and Payne, in the back there to return.
See if they can lay down the law here on this return and usher a quick response. It'll be Payne that picks it up. Up the middle of the field, he's got a few blockers, but he is taken down from behind. And a couple of players getting a little chippy there at the end of that return. But Danville will back off and start this next drive with 1:14 to go to try and respond to what was a critical touchdown for Fredericktown before we go to the locker rooms.
Great tackle there, too, by Cooper Auker. Stop Payne from taking that one too far back and see if Danville can put together something here. 1:14, they've got 2 timeouts.
Hackman in the shotgun snap. It'll be A shoot pass, and Wallace slips to the ground. Ocker again in there.
Wallace takes the screen pass where he's met by Cooper Ocker.
Clock rolls under a minute. And Danville
4 on the play, 2nd and 14.
with 2nd down and 14 incoming on the 32 in their own territory.
You talked about the clear conditions, but the field might be getting a little slick as we get cooler and cooler into these October nights.
And it's important to remember, Fredericktown will get the ball. No, it'll be Danville that gets the ball in the second half. My mistake there. Payne drops this one for 3rd down.
Hackman's pass intended for Wesley Payne falls incomplete.
So Danville will get the ball back in the second half.
Blue Devils at the 32-yard line.
This is an interesting play now here, too, because I would expect you will see Fredericktown, if they stop them here inbounds, that they would potentially use one of their 2 remaining timeouts and see if you can cause chaos with the punt, maybe a bad snap or something, but try and get the ball back and do something in the final 30 seconds. We'll see what happens here, though. First on 3rd and 14.
Could very well also usher them out of bounds to try and save that timeout, too. So for Danville, whatever you do, you may want to just try and get it up the middle. They're going to roll to the right here. Hackman with some space. Ocker getting close. Throws it down the field. That's dropped by Ashton Spalding. It was close, but incomplete. You'll see it here again.
Yeah, just a little short on the throw here. Trapped it. Did a nice job selling it. It was very close. But, yeah, now they didn't have to use a timeout there. They've got 27 seconds to go, and imperative to get a good punt off here.
Ridgway back to punt. He averages 37.5 yards per boot. Low snap. He's able to grab it, and Ridgway kicks it away. That's a solid punt. Line drive. Fair caught back there by Mole. So with 22 seconds left, we'll see what Fredericktown can do.
Yeah, I don't think at this spot on the field we'll see them do anything. I think they were just, you wanted to force that punt and see if you could maybe get a block or a return, but wouldn't be shocked if we saw them come out and just take a knee and be content with that 7-point lead going into the locker room at the half. But we'll see. Maybe they're aggressive.
Sipes gets the call. He goes and relays it with his teammates with 25 on the play clock. They are going to go in the shotgun with 4 receivers. And he's got Roush to his left hip. See what they do. 1st and 10 on the 31 of the Freddies. Immediately rolling to the left. Look out for Toombs down the field. This throw will be out of bounds. Good pressure there by Caleb Lucas to force a bad pass.
Intended for Dalton Lang falls incomplete. Defended on the play by Wesley Payne. 2nd and 10, Fredericktown from the 31.
So an incompletion there takes about 5 seconds off the clock. And now do you try to kneel it out, or do you think Danville's going to try and take their 2 timeouts?
They seem to want to still go for it.
Again, 4 receivers. Watch out for number 1, Gavin Toombs, near side slot. This will be a draw play that Sipes is able to get a few yards out of, but it looks like now the clock will roll.
Brought down by Greg Wilson after a gain of about
And nobody going to stop it here. And time will expire here in the first half. So Fredericktown off to a solid start here on the road. If they can hold this result, it would be the first loss at home for Danville since 2022 in Week 8 against Centerburg. Freddies on top by a score.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Is a master of great sounding grooves and catchy tunes. This next chart was released in 2018. Here's Finesse. next chart doesn't need much of an introduction. The combination of funk, pop, soul, boogie, and a little bit of disco, this chart will have you dancing in the stands. Here's our rendition of Uptown Funk. Show with this hit from 2012, featuring our energetic low brass section on melody. To the class of 2025, congratulations and best wishes on your future endeavors. Now sit back and enjoy Locked Out of Heaven. Let's give another round of applause to the Fredericktown Marching Band. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Under the direction of Mr. Enzo Castillo, we are proud to present the Danville High School Blue Devil Band. Tonight's show will honor our seniors with hit songs from their middle school days. We're starting out the show with a duet featuring two seniors, Kay Stipper and Bryce Coolshade. And this first song will show you that Blue Devil Band is always a good time. Our twirlers will set your hearts ablaze, spinning fire all around us while we show you that in our band, we're always happy together. Our show may be coming to an end, but we're not done yet. This party is just getting started for this band. Watch as the Blue Devil Band dances the night away to Party Rock Anthem.
like to express our sincere gratitude to our seniors, Kay Stipper and Bryce Coolshed, and their families for their years of dedication and commitment to the band program. Please join us in the performance of the Danville alma mater one more time. Once a Blue Devil, always a Blue Devil.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Let's go. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now. Friday night lights. Get hype, it's Friday night. Friday night lights. Get hype, here we go now.
Halftime show brought to you by Mike's Fredericktown Marathon Towing and Repair. Jonathan Langdon with you alongside Andy Jardy yet again here for Week 9 and some KMAC action between Fredericktown and Danville that's going a little bit differently than we may have expected here going into the second half. Fredericktown with a score lead. They've gotten one through the air. They've gotten one through the ground. They've done a good job here against Danville defensively. What did you see there that stood out the most to you about the Freddies?
Well, they looked confident in what they were doing. Sipes was able to make smart decisions with his feet, picking up some big plays, keeping drives alive. I mean, he finished that first half, 14 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown. So just making really smart decisions, good vision downfield, picking up yardage where he can. And honestly, the biggest difference in this game was Danville going for it on their own 18-yard line on a fourth down. Didn't get it, and Fredericktown made him pay for it, and that's the difference in the game.
Yeah, 82-yard difference between Fredericktown and Danville there in that first half. That's kind of something that I think I personally expected, just because this Danville team doesn't really do much offensively. It's the defense that really helps them out in some of these games. So you're going to need to see something from your O, both passing and running, to try and get back into this game.
Yeah, and they will get the ball to start the second half, so it's your best chance to score. You draw something up in the locker room at halftime. Everyone understands what is needed, and you all get on the same page here and come out and get an answer and put that pressure back on the Freddies right away.
I'm looking at rankings right now. So with Fredericktown, if this result holds, they do control their own destiny right now.
Correct.
But this win would give them a good amount of points that would likely, maybe I would say, clinch them for the playoffs.
It would be tough to see otherwise that they wouldn't clinch. I mean, a win like this would do wonders for their playoff resume. I mean, I don't know if they would jump so high as to potentially host at 14. I mean, you got to get into the top 8. They would need some help above them, but we'll see.
Third quarter is underway as Payne will take this return near side, and he'll get a few yards. Drive will start just shy of the 30. So a Danville Health Center first down. Let's go ahead and show you as Danville trots out to the field how the rankings look for them. Division 7, Region 27. They sit 4th right now, so they have clinched already a home game. But this is still a game that they obviously want to win here on senior night for some of their older guys on the team. But you see them just shy of Trimble, just shy of Catholic Central, Eastern as well. They're in a region that is very, very winnable because with Martin RPI, they are actually ranked first above those 3 teams I just mentioned, just based off of strength of schedule. As there's a rush to the near side that will get a couple yards, second down on the way.
Dangerously close to a face mask there, but it does not get called. The hand was definitely up in that area, but I think he did pull away before he grabbed hold of it.
Yeah, I don't think he grabbed it all. Kind of just had his hand resting there on the face mask. So second down and 8 on the 30. Blue Devils going to need some help here. Offensive line has struggled here against the D-line. Some short gains in the first half. High snap. Hackman able to haul it in, and it's an option play. He'll keep and get a few more yards. Third down and medium. High snap. You're going to see it here. Good job to reach up with one hand and grab it.
And we've seen a couple of those tonight, more so from Fredericktown than Danville, but some of these snaps just a little too high.
Just because we haven't shown you yet, let's go ahead and show you the starting offense for Danville. Offensive line, Greg Wilson, left tackle, Landon Lyons, the left guard, Owen Grongberg, the center. And you see the right guard and the right tackle there as well. As we've got third down and 5 on the 33. 2 receivers far side. Hackman rolls that way, finds the tight end, and that will be close to the first down marker. Looks like he has it, though, Caleb Lucas.
I don't think he does.
That is really close. 4th and short is the call. It looks like one official, and the one that matters here in this situation, had him short. The other officials had him a little further up.
4th and 8 short. They're going to call that a first down.
Well,
should have stuck with my gut, Andy.
Well, I mean, no one could decide there, but it is enough for a first down. That was a big one for Danville, too, because we saw them get stopped on a 4th and short earlier.
Hackman's going to run with this. Past the 40 he goes, the 45, 50, and now out into Fredericktown territory as there's a late hit potentially here as a flag flies at the end of the play.
And you can't have that if you're Fredericktown. This is going to be our first penalty of the game that will be accepted. But, I mean, the play was over. Like, there's no need.
It looks like it might not. It wasn't on Hackman. It was a little bit behind the play. Didn't get it on that angle. But something that the officials saw there at the end is going to move the Blue Devils 15 yards up the field, and they are now at the 33-yard line.
That is a huge penalty.
$9:54 to go in the third quarter. Down a score. Hackman trying to change that here. He takes a shot down the field. It's underthrown, tipped away. Well done there by Fredericktown to break that up. They were looking for Migley. It would have been his 3rd catch of the game, and it would have been a touchdown.
He was open too, but the ball just a little bit underthrown. Almost could have been intercepted. Actually, probably should have been intercepted on the underthrow, but yeah, he had his receiver open. Mickley was there for it. Just ball a little bit underthrown.
And how about the freshman? Caden Gibson was the replacement for Brody Davis in this one, and he makes the stop there. Would have been a heck of a one-handed catch that he was going for. But he does get the stop, second down and 10. Trips to the far side here as Hackman rolls out. Hackman jumps a rusher that was shoved to the ground by the O-line of Danville, and he'll now finally throw this away.
Yeah, wisely threw that one away. I mean, he turned around and suddenly there was a defender falling into him. Probably startled him a bit there, but able to just throw it away and keep this at 3rd and 10. That could have been a big loss.
Hackman, one of the best in the KMAC at keeping plays alive. You saw it there. He had a touchdown last week against Centerburg where he ran 50 yards to get 5. Here's 3rd down and 10, 9.5 to go. Motion man is Lucas to the left side of the O-line. Hackman under center, snap, give. Here is Burke. He's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, is able to push forward, and he'll be close to the line but short. But a solid run to make it that much easier for Danville here on 4th.
I mean, initially hit at the line of scrimmage, and then he just continues to fight forward, plow his way through.
4th and 1, Danville.
Picks up 9.
Camden Clutter in on the tackle, number 52 for Fredericktown. Sophomore had 8 tackles last week. Official timeout here. They're going to bring out the sticks. See how close this gets.
I thought he was short initially, but I mean, we are kind of on an angle right here, so see what the chain gang can tell us.
Tell you, this is my first time seeing the chain gain this year.
I saw it for the first time last week.
And yeah, he is well short.
It's either last week or a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I have not seen it utilized too often.
So it'll be 4th down and 1. Danville needs this yard. They need to get back into this game, down a score. And Fredericktown, the way their offense has been running down the field. Unless Danville can really change things up defensively, you got to like their chances at scoring again if they get the ball back. 4th and 1, everybody up on that line as Burke will easily get it.
Aidan Burke picks up the Bruno 1st down.
Simple but effective. Just give it to the big fella. Let him bully his way through. Thought we might. There was a little extracurricular activity there. Thought we might see a late flag come in there. Could see Landon Lyons. A little extra shoving afterwards, but good no call by the officials, just letting him play.
Clock rolls under 9 minutes here as it's 14-7. Fredericktown with the 1 touchdown lead. Hackman under center again here. 1st down and 10. Ball on the Fredericktown 18. And here's a whistle before the play, and it's a flag. See what this is on.
Prior to the snap.
So a 5-yard penalty will move Danville back to 1st and 15 on the 23.
That's their first penalty of the night.
Clock will roll now. More time will go off. Danville already close to 4 minutes on this drive. Burke to the right hip of Hackman. No receivers here. Everybody on the line yet again, just like for 4th down. Here's Aidan Burke. He breaks off 2 tacklers, getting close to the end zone. He won't get there quite yet, but 1st and goal on the way.
Keep feeding the big fella. Let him go to work. He is cooking right now on offense. Will not be brought down. Takes it 20 yards. Danville knocking on the door.
He just threw Gibson 3 or 4 yards behind him after that play. What athleticism from Aidan Burke, who had a career week last week. We've talked about it all game, and he's continuing so here today. Siren Wallace, his counterpart, has played pretty well for himself as well. Watch out for Byers. He's in at fullback, number 0 in black. They're going to give it to him, and he'll be taken aback.
Josh Byers on the carry.
Good defense there by the Freddies. shutting it down up front. You saw that formation too that Danville's teased a couple times tonight. A lot of action in the backfield, a lot of guys running around.
Second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So no gain.
Second and goal. Danville needs a touchdown here in the third to tie this up. Snap. Hackman rolls to the left. Hackman, he's going to tuck it and try to go himself. And he's in. Jacob Hackman had a 5-yard rushing touchdown last week on that same side of the field. This one's for 3, but this one could tie it up.
He had options too. His receiver was wide open begging for the ball, but he decides to keep it. You can see him right there at the top of your screen. He keeps it, takes it in from 3 yards out, and we are an extra point away from being tied at 14-all.
They're going to go for 2. They nailed the extra point earlier, as here is a whistle and a timeout called.
They signaled timeout Danville, the one official did, but it's timeout Fredericktown.
I think he was pointing towards the coach when he should have pointed the other way, but it is a timeout for Fredericktown. So that throws off the Freddies enough to drain a timeout out of them with just 7:03 left in the third quarter. I'm a little surprised by this choice from the Blue Devils, considering that they may have found their new extra point kicker, nailing one well over the upright with Caleb Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, there was no doubt about it when they made that extra point attempt. So, yeah, this it's a bit of a gamble here, but you got to figure still a lot of time left in this game, even if you don't get it. And here's a chance to take the lead and get some of that momentum back that Fredericktown grabbed before halftime.
See if the Devils change their mind or if they're going to go back out there and go for 2. Hackman is out there, so that tells me they're going for 2. Big play here. Just 7:03 left in the third quarter, but still, this could change things later on. Hackman under center. Snap, play, action. Well done by Hackman. It's a throw into the end zone for 2 with Caleb Lucas. How about that ball fake from Jacob Hackman? He rolls out here. You're going to see the end of it. Thanks to Danville Feed and Supply. 2 points for Danville gives them a 1-point lead, 15-14. We'll stay here, Andy. Just talk about that drive and how much that meant for this team, taking 5 minutes off the clock.
Taking 5 minutes off the clock, converted a couple fourth downs, or at least one fourth down. Fredericktown shot themselves in the foot. You had the penalty that gave them an extra 15 yards, which really helped out on that drive. And then that 2-point conversion, the nice smooth throw and slide afterwards gives Danville its first lead of the night. They've been chasing Fredericktown all night. But that's exactly what you wanted coming out of the locker room at the half. It was a ugly first half for Danville. A little sloppy. Offense couldn't really get it going. And then to come out, answer like that, take the lead too. Get this crowd back into it too. They're fired up.
What do you think the difference was there on that drive for Danville?
You know, I think it was Burke, honestly. Just lowering the shoulder, taking big chunks of yards. Sometimes when you get those runs, those powerful runs that he had, it gives the team momentum and they start to feed off of that energy, and I think that's what you saw.
Line drive, this will go out of bounds, and they'll take this to the 40.
Smart, too, by Fredericktown there to let that one go. I was at the Lucas North Central game last week, and we saw a couple times where North Central kick was clearly going out of bounds, and the kid caught it, and it's just got to let him go.
So we'll see a Danville Health Center first down for Fredericktown. They'll actually go to the 35. Ignore my NFL rule mind. believe it's still to the 40 in the NFL, correct?
I think so. I honestly don't know. They keep changing things. It's hard to keep track.
Drive starts for the Freddies. Here is Sipes to the outside. Maybe 1 on the gain.
This is going to be the biggest key for Danville here in the second half. Can they find a way to contain Sipes? That's a good start there. He had his way in the first half, 117 yards on the ground.
And guess who? Josh Byers, number 0 for Danville. He was a fee nominee last week with the OH report for his defense, and he shows you why right there. The solid stop. 2nd down and 9, ball on the 36-yard line of the Freddies. Sipes, snap, give. This is Roush. Roush through the first level, and he'll be taken down by Ridgway for 3rd down and short. If you're just joining us, Danville just took the lead 15-14 on their last drive on a 3-yard rushing touchdown by the quarterback, Jacob Hackman. They went for 2 and converted it on a Hackman throw into the end zone for Caleb Lucas.
Roush now up to 18 yards on the ground. That was one of his better runs of the night. They've done a nice job keeping him in check.
Sipes is not going to get there on 3rd down. How about that stop? Ridgway, Byers, Burke, they were all there.
Decision time now for the Freddies. Sipes wants to go for it. You can see him signaling to the sideline. Come on, let's go for this. It's a big play right here.
4th down and 1, and I think it's more of a 4th down and inches scenario right here.
It was a heck of a job by Danville defensively to hold Sipes, drag him back. It's a big momentum play here in the game.
Sipes is going to rush it. He loses the snap. He's going to try and get it back, and that he does. Oh, this is going to be close.
I think he got enough for the 1st down, but it looked like his knee was down when he recovered the fumble.
Let's see what the officials call here, and once we get a call.
They're going to give him a 1st down, but I thought his knee was down when he went to pick up the loose ball.
Hopefully we'll get this in shot here for you. Danville Feed and Supply replay. Sipes look on the right side of your screen. It's close.
I think his knee was down.
There was somebody partially in the way there, but the officials didn't see it from their angles. 1st down and 10 for Fredericktown as they continue their drive.
That's a huge break for the Freddies.
Throw down the field, it's complete. It's the replacement for Brody Davis, number 12, Dalton Lang, a senior for the Freddies, gets another 1st down.
It's a confident throw from Sipes, too. He is fired up after getting that 4th down.
Ball placed at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, Freddy.
It's his 4th reception of the season. He's one of those big play guys, and you saw it right there yet again. 4 receptions now in the year, 2 of those being touchdowns. He's got 145 yards on those 3 receptions coming into today. 1st and 10 on the 33 of Danville. Here's a give to Roush, who is taken down in the backfield. Caleb Lucas.
One of the hardest hits of the night we've seen so far. Roush gets stood up and brought down with authority.
Was able to break off of that block there, Lucas, by Jonathan Burns, the left tackle, who's a very good option for this team. He's a Heidelberg commit. Just able to shed the blocker and get in there. Sipes immediately to the left. Sipes breaks through 1. He's got space. Sipes to the corner of the end zone. He's going to get shoved in. There's a flag, though, in the backfield, so this could go back.
Wow, that will wipe out what was a 34-yard touchdown run from Sipes. It looks like it's a holding call against the Freddies.
And that it is. A hold on Fredericktown. Here's a look at that run from Sipes, even though it will be voided. That's another big play. This time, it doesn't go in the favor of the Freddies, unlike their last one on 4th down and 1, where Sipes may have had a knee down when he recovered a fumble.
So after a clean first half, I mean, they had 2 penalties that were declined. They were legal ineligible linemen downfield. But now we've seen 2 big penalties really hurt them here in the second half. The late hit out of bounds, and now this holding wipes out the touchdown, 2nd and 21.
On the 44, still in Danville territory as Sipes will run this one again. He breaks another tackler and is shoved down up ahead close to the 35-yard line. In there on the tackle is number 66, Blake Colopy.
Sipes a little slow to get up there.
It's limping a little bit. Yep. It's the last thing you want to see if you're a Fredericktown Freddy fan.
Yeah.
He has been instrumental tonight, and that's an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, he has carried this offense. There's no question about it.
See if he can will them to a long 3rd down conversion here. It's 3rd and 14, 3 minutes and counting left. 5 seconds on the play clock. They got to go quick. Trips to the far side. Snap. Sipes rolls to the right. He's got some protection. Gronberg gets into him quickly and able to throw it away was Sipes. Danville wants an intentional grounding call, but he was out of the pocket and he got the throw out of bounds.
Either way, it's a big stop by the Danville defense again, forcing a 4th and 14. I think you got to punt this one away here if you're the Freddies. Try and get them inside their own 5 and see what you can do from there.
J.R. Butler is the punter, number 6. He is not on the field. Going for it on 4th and 14.
They got to snap it quick again. Play clock down to 5.
Danville 27, 4 receivers to the each side. They've also got a tight end who is streaking down the middle of the field. Hit as he throws. It is incomplete. Lucas got in there. It'll be 1st down Danville after this play.
I mean, great pressure by Caleb Lucas. I think he hit him as he threw it. The ball came out kind of awkwardly. And it is quickly turning into an ice rink out there. Just about every Danville defender fell down trying to go and intercept that ball. The field is getting slick. That could make for a very interesting second or final stretch here.
Danville Health Center 1st down for the Blue Devils here at home with a 1-point lead now after scoring on their first drive of the half. Jacob Hackman gets the play call, gives it to his team, and they're out of the huddle. 2:39 left in the 3rd. It is a 5-out set. You don't see this much. They'll send Wallace in motion, and they'll give it to him with some space. Wallace has some speed. He breaks through the pack at the 40 to the 30. He's got one trying to trail him, and he's able to shove him off for a touchdown. One play is all it took. 2nd touchdown of the night for Siren Wallace.
I am Siren Wallace. Unbelievable. 63 yards. The explosiveness he brings to Danville is just unmatched, and he is going to be a problem for teams down the stretch the next couple of years.
The next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He's really bursted onto the scene. They're going to go for 2 again. This would make it a 2-score game. High snap, give a little bit behind Aidan Burke. He's still going to shove in, and it is a 2-possession lead. What a response from the Blue Devils. One play is all it took for Siren Wallace to run it 63 yards for a touchdown, and the 2-point conversion makes it 23-14. We'll take a break and come back live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
(23-14), a big third quarter here from Danville. They've scored the last 16 points, and they'll kick it off to Fredericktown.
We touched on this a little bit too. You know, it is senior night, and maybe sometimes like that, it's tough sometimes with everything going on, and sometimes that settles in, and the game becomes almost bigger than what it is.
Squib kick collected by Roush. He slips for a moment, and he's going to break to the outside, and he'll be down close to the 40-yard line for Fredericktown's next drive.
And it might have just taken Danville a little bit of time to kind of get over some of those emotions. And we saw them play a sloppy first half, but they have completely turned it around here in the second half. They look like a totally different team than the one we saw in that first half.
Looking across the OH report as we get ready for this Fredericktown drive. Crestview up 28-8 over Western Reserve. Mohawk up 14-7 on Cary. That is a game that if Cary loses, it would be their first. Well, there's still 1 week to play, but they would be down to 2 losses compared to the other 2 competitors there in the N10 that would have 1 loss. Here's a give here at Tough Street Stadium as Roush will get it about 4 yards. But big implications there between Cary and Mohawk. The Warriors up a score. Centerburg up 27-6 on East Knox. And Northmore and a running clock, 49-0 over Cardington. And that will do it. Across the OH report.
Scrolling through Twitter at halftime too. What was the score? We saw Monroeville was up 56-0 after the first quarter.
Yes. Here's a throw down the field. Looking for Maul. He makes the catch, but he's out of bounds.
It's a heck of a throw.
Heck of a catch.
Heck of a catch. Just didn't come down in bounds.
But to answer your question, I don't know if you answered it for yourself, but 56-0
yes.
Monroeville at the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter is, unless the graphic that they tweeted out was incorrect, but how do you do that?
I'm trying to walk through how it could possibly end up with 56 points in 12 minutes.
That's unbelievable. They're having a heck of a season.
Fredericktown trying to drive to get back into this game. They're down 2 possessions, 3rd down and 4. Sipes rolls to the right yet again. Throw down the field is intercepted. A takeaway from the Danville defense. It's the first one of the night via the interception on Sipes. And it's Carson Proper.
They've been able to make him a little more uncomfortable here in the second half. You saw that 4th down conversion or attempt. They got pressure on him, hit him as he threw it, fell incomplete turnover on downs. Here again, you see him trying to roll out and create something, and there's just nothing there, and he throws, and turnovers, interceptions in particular, have been a problem for him this season. That's now his 8th pick that he's thrown, and it's just another one by this Danville secondary that's been so tough all season.
And that's Carson Proper's 4th interception of the season. Hackman wants to throw it again. He's got plenty of time. Now he's going to get close to the out-of-bounds area, and he'll just throw it away into his sideline.
This is danger time if you're Fredericktown. Another score here might put this thing out of reach.
1:23 to go as the clock stops there on that incompletion. Hackman hasn't been as efficient as last week, but hard to beat, 8 for 9.
Yeah, that's, like you said, that's pretty efficient.
2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Payne in motion. He'll go around Hackman. Here's the give, Aidan Burke. Get maybe 1.
Aidan Burke on a carry.
3rd down on the way. Burke has been contained a little bit. It's just been Siren Wallace. Whenever he gets into the game, something about that Fredericktown defense They just can't figure him out.
Burke is kind of like the person that struggles to open up the jar, and then they hand it to someone, and they open it immediately, and, he loosened it up for you.
Yes.
Burke has loosened up the Fredericktown defense. I mean, he had some tough runs to start this second half, and he really kind of wore down the Freddies defensively, and then Siren just kind of comes in, scanters through untouched for 63 yards and some big runs. Be interesting to talk to one of those two after the game.
He's in the backfield here on 3rd and 8. Mickley motions to the near side. Hackman, he's going to try and tuck this and run. There's a flag in the backfield. Big hit into the sideline. It's a clean one, though, from Fredericktown. But we'll check the flag.
Flag on the play.
Credit Dalton Lang with the tackle out of bounds. Danville got a couple of yards on that play, but Fredericktown, not sure if they're going to accept or decline. We'll see what the call is. And they accept, giving Danville another chance here.
You know what, though? I agree with it because it was going to be 4th and 5. Probably going to go for it, so you get a chance here to back them up a little bit more and give you more of a window here. I mean, this is going to be 3rd and 19 as opposed to 4th and 5. I think this is the right call.
Oh, and the Danville 34. What a gut punch this would be if the Blue Devils convert. Trips to the near side. Hackman faces some pressure. Throw is almost intercepted. Devin Witt, the senior, had it fall through his hands. There's a flag, and I think you saw it on the replay. There's an ineligible man downfield.
Yeah, you see that sometimes with those screenplays like that. They were very fortunate, Hackman was, and the Danville faithful, that pass was just incomplete.
That would have been Witt's first interception of the season. He's a defensive end, so you'd understand why. Ball just slips through his hands.
But that's why you accept that penalty, because now here you are, 4th and 19, and you're going to get yourself better field position, and you force them to punt. They might not have even punted on 4th and 5. We've seen them go for it 4th and short on their own 18.
Ridgeway, his second punt of the night. No pressure from Fredericktown there. And this is a solid punt that will get inside 25-yard line.
It didn't take as much of a bounce as I thought it was going to.
You get solid yardage on the punt, but still pretty good field position if you're Fredericktown. As we've got 1st down and 10 for Fredericktown with 11 seconds to go in the 3rd.
You're running out of time if you're Fredericktown, so they have got to find a way to get some points on this drive here.
Passing game still has been a little silent. They've had some short passes here and there. They've had one down the field that I can recall earlier in this quarter. They had the deep shot that ended up out of bounds.
Yeah,
Sipes
just 4 completions.
Sipes trying to get around the outside. The contained man's going to knock him down, maybe even in the backfield there, Ridgeway. 2 seconds on the clock. Out of bounds it goes, so we'll have one more play.
Strung out to the sideline by several Blue Devils. No gain on the play.
Danville has just done a terrific job here so far in the second half of keeping him under wraps. He has not been able to get the kind of runs that he had in that first half. He ran for 117 yards in the first half, and so far here in the second half.
His 2 halves have been night and day.
Yeah, he's got about 14, 15 yards rushing.
Final
half.
play of the 3rd quarter, almost a bobbled handle there by Roush. He's able to recover at the last moment, but we'll have 3rd down and long when we come back. 3rd quarter comes to an end. Danville up 2 scores, 23-14, live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
It's our favorite time of the night, money time, fourth quarter. Danville up 2 scores on Fredericktown, 23-14. They've converted the last two-point conversions that they've attempted, Danville, to make this an interesting situation for the Freddies. They have the ball, but 3rd down and 12 is not a good situation to be in, as here's a flag to start the fourth quarter.
It's going to be in an even worse situation now because they're going to be at 3rd and 17. A lot of confusion on that. A lot of players took off.
Penalty against the Freddies. Full start.
Tough start for the Freddies. As Andy said, 3rd and 17 now. No time has passed, obviously. And this is a stout secondary for Danville, and because of that, Coach Hartley's going to have to burn a timeout and think about what they're going to do.
And they've only got 1 timeout remaining, too, because if you remember, when Danville opted to go for 2 when they were down 1, Freddy's burned a timeout. And so now they've only got 1 left here, and that might be costly.
And I was thinking it as it happened, will that loom large? And so far, yes, it has.
Yeah. And to use a timeout, too, on a play that is going to already be low percentage to begin with. You're looking at 3rd and 17. It's not like this is a timeout here on 3rd and short or something. Like, to have to use a timeout, there was still plenty of time on the play clock, too. I think it was at like 21 seconds, 18 seconds. So it's not like they were running out of time, but I just don't think anybody was on the same page. And you saw it with the false start penalty, too. There was some confusion. So it's just tough to have to use a timeout for a 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17.
Danville makes their way back out. We'll see what formation Danville opts for. They've got two in the secondary. 2-man safeties for 3rd down and 17. Sipes almost slips to the ground, breaks through 2 defenders. Throws deep. This would be a first down if it's caught. It is at midfield. Gavin Toombs hypes up the Fredericktown bleachers.
Are you kidding me? I mean, what a throw, what a catch, what a play on 3rd and 17.
What a play, puts us right at that midfield line. And that is just what the Freddies needed. Down 2 scores, you need something here. And Toombs delivers.
His 2nd catch of the night. He's now up to 55 yards. He had the 22-yard touchdown catch on that one for 33.
Here's a give as Roush is able to push forward for, looks like a gain of 4. So Elijah Roush contained for the most part here by Danville's defense, but that time able to help them to make this 2nd and 6 from the 46 of Danville.
2nd and 6, Fredericktown.
What will the Freddies do here? The pass game has worked here in the 3rd quarter, and Danville's doing a good job containing Sipes. How much more do you go with them? They're going to go with them here on 2nd down, and again he's stuffed. Looks like a gain of 1.
Well, whatever they decide to do offensively, they're going to have to do it quickly. Now under 11 minutes, they have only 1 timeout remaining. Danville, you know, can just run that clock out on you late in game, and you're down 2 scores. Ideally, you would want to score with probably in the next minute or so.
And with 1 timeout, you can't really call it here on this drive. It's got to be quick here for the Freddies. Here's a throw downfield, complete to Carter Mole, and he is in with a first down at the 30.
That's what they need more of, some big chunks through the air like that. First downs, they got to get up quickly, start moving with a little more sense of urgency.
Still a lot of yards to go. They're at the 29. Getting close to under 10 minutes left.
Ball on the reception for Fredericktown.
Trips far side, nobody as a receiver on the near side, but the tight end is on the right side of the line. He's going to block here for Sipes, who's taken down well by Josh Byers.
Blake Sipes on the keeper.
Good defense by Danville. The read option here. Didn't really have an option either way. The Blue Devil defense up front ready for it. Roush wasn't going to get anywhere. Sipes tried to do something. And the unfortunate thing, too, for Fredericktown is he went down inbounds. So that clock continuing to run now.
How about the defensive performance, not only from Byers, who made that tackle, but also in the vicinity? Nolan Ridgway has had a spectacular night on the defensive end. We said his name multiple times. Sipes has time, gets away from a couple rushers, throws downfield. Toombs can't hold on.
Sipes pass intended for Gavin Toombs falls incomplete.
So 3rd down and long, 3rd and 12 to be exact.
3rd and 12 at the 30.
Oh, it's no problem for him, right? They had the 3rd and 17. But no, you continue to put yourself this far behind the sticks, and it eventually catches up to you. Obviously 4-down territory this late in the game, down 2 possessions. So you don't need to pick it all up here.
Clock is stopped at 9:07. Trips to the far side again. Kirshner, the tight end, on the right. Same formation as we've seen here in the last couple of plays. Sipes gets past Lucas, throws. This is going to the end zone. Back there for Toombs. He's shoved out of bounds. Didn't have a chance at that ball anyways. It'll be 4th and long. Went for it all there, Andy. What do you think?
Interesting to try and go for it all there. I mean, you didn't have to pick up all 12 of the yards. I mean, that would have been all 31 of the yards that they need, but now you're sitting 4th and 12. I mean, whatever you run here, you better make sure that it's past the 1st down marker, because there is nothing more frustrating as a fan, coach, player, anybody when you need 12 yards and the route is 7.
Coach Bloom hyping up the Danville fans here on the near side. 4th down and 12. Under 9 minutes to go as we're going to see the final timeout called by the Freddies.
Their 3rd and final of the half.
So I guess Coach Hartley sees he only has 1 timeout left and says, hey, why not use it? Because this is probably a game-defining moment
I
here.
was just going to say, this is the game right here. If you don't get this, it's more than likely over unless Danville were to turn it over right away and give it back to you. But, yeah, 4th and 12, 8:57, down 9. You got to make sure everyone understands what is needed on this play. And the question will be whether or not Sipes has time to throw, because that's been the issue for him here in the second half.
And you got to think, you can't tell on your screens at home, but it is cold now here in the second half. It's going to be hard to catch pretty much anything. 52 degrees, but it's pretty high considering the time, but it's been so warm these last couple of weeks.
If you
you're
see the
starting to kind of adjust.
If you see the camera shaking, it's not an earthquake or anything. Merrick is just shivering. Our cameraman is shivering.
Crowd is loud for 4th down and 12 on the Danville 31. Sipes in the shotgun takes a snap. He'll roll to the left. Byers, it's a blitz. He can't get to Sipes. Oh, no, he will get to Sipes, and he brings him down. Just when I thought Sipes was going to be able to break away, Josh Byers with a second effort hauls him in and throws him down. Turnover on downs for Fredericktown.
Well, Byers, I mean, he understood what the Freddies have been doing all night. It's been those rollouts, and he just ran right through the line, got back there. I mean, he was waiting for them to roll out in that direction. Excellent job defensively by Byers. And now Danville 8:49 away from a big win here on senior night.
Sack number 6 for Josh Byers. And no way to stop the clock for Fredericktown. Run, 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 says the Danville offense. They get another 1st down. Danville Health Center brings you this next first down with 8:43 and rolling once the chains get set up.
I have to start calling Aidan Burke the custodian because he has been doing all the dirty work here tonight for the Blue Devils. Just grinding it out, wearing down that Fredericktown defense. He is trending very much to be an Andy's Dandies tonight on the Pigskin Show because he's kind of been the unsung hero for this offense tonight.
I'm excited for the rest of your Dandies.
Oh.
And you're going to be able to get back home and see what all went down here on Friday Night Football. As there's a big rush from Jacob Hackman. Unfortunately for him, though, he runs out of bounds, so the clock will stop. But you got to like where you're at, Danville, now to potentially make it a 3-score game.
Yeah, I don't think they have any intention of just running out the clock here. They look like they want to get another score.
You got 8:14 left, so you might as well. So first down again from Danville. That's back-to-back plays where they've scored 10-plus yards. Siren Wallace was in there for a moment. He is taken out, and it'll be Burke back in as the tailback. 8:14, clock is stopped after Hackman ran out of bounds. First down and 10, ball on the 31 of Fredericktown as here's a give. And moving forward there is Hackman.
And we got a late flag coming in here. I think this is going to go against Danville.
Can't have any self-inflicted wounds here if you're the Blue Devils. Last week, Andy, I don't know if you noticed this about the game last week between Danville and Centerburg, but the Blue Devils had the Trojans towards the end of the game at a 4th and 41.
Were you with me? No. This was last week, the Lucas North Central game, or was it? It might have been South Central Crestview. I had a 3rd and 51. It was unbelievable. I've never been able to say that down in distance.
Well, get this. It was 4th and 41. Trojans did not convert, obviously, but a late hit out of bounds gave them the automatic first down.
That's always the thing when it's that down in distance. You just gotta be smart on the defensive side of things, not to commit some sort of penalty that gives an automatic first down.
And if you're on offense, you got to bait them into that.
Absolutely.
Second down and 22 here on a screen play that doesn't go too well. They were looking for Siren Wallace. You like the play call. Just not able to execute it. Scoreboard says second down. Field says third down. It should be third down and 22. Still trying to communicate with the press box that it is third down, and they now finally fix it. 3rd and 22, 4 receivers. A lot of people in the box there for Fredericktown. We'll see if they send the blitz. Hackman able to get away, throws this down the field, passes up in the air, up for grabs. It looked like Mull almost intercepted that, and then as it fell through his hands, it almost landed for Mickley. So it's kind of 50-50 there.
I was surprised nobody came away with that, because it looked like it was a potential interception. Then I thought it was going to be a reception. But Fredericktown gets the stop they need. Still a decent amount of time left if they can move quickly. They need a bad punt here to give them a shorter field.
So a flag kills Danville's drive. They'll punt here from the 43. And everybody bunching in here to prevent a blocked punt, because that would be disaster for the Blue Devils. Well done by that line.
That might be a coffin corner to perfection, too.
And that it is.
They're going to be inside 15, the 10, right at the 8. Well done.
Good punt by Ridgeway. So that is a 35-yard punt? We're at the 43, 35?
Yeah, if my math.
So just under the average, but he's been doing good with his punts today.
I think it was more than that, though, because he punted it from.
That's true, yeah. It was at the 43, but it was more in his own territory.
It's more like a 50-yard punt.
1st and 10, ball in the 8. 7:42 to go. Freddies need something, and they need it now. Sipes loves to roll to the left. Danville's kind of starting to adjust to that, and there's another sack, back-to-back defensive plays that Josh Byers has recorded a sack. He was a phenomenon last week. He may get that again this week.
Yeah, Sipes has not been able to have any success in the second half, rolling out the way that he was in the first half. Danville has been all over him. Loses 4 on that play. Clock continues to run.
You got to think, you can only do it so much.
Yeah.
And then Danville's adjustments have been really good out of the locker rooms here in the second half. Of course, putting up 2 scores unanswered. Here's 2nd and 14. They're on the 4. And now down in the backfield again. Danville wants it to be considered a safety. The official looks like he has them down at the 1.
Yeah, he just got out of the end zone. No, he didn't roll out this time. He tried to go up the middle. But he just has not had any room. I mean, in that first half, he had runs of 25, 18, 18, 8, 7, big plays. Here in the second half, his longest run is 7, and he's had runs of -1, -2, -4, that one for -3. He has just been brought down in the backfield a whole bunch of times in the second half. And Danville can feel it here.
I didn't think I'd say it, but the crowd's getting even louder here for this 3rd down. Ball is on the 1. Sipes escapes some pressure. He's got 2 rushers. They'll hit him as he throws down the field, and Toombs is not going to haul it in. Fredericktown over on the far side. The fans want a pass interference. They're not going to get it.
No, and there was no pass interference on that play. And Sipes, desperation throw, just trying to convert here. And you got to punt this one away if you are the Freddies.
Good coverage by Levi Ferre. Had an interception last week. And in the secondary has done a great job tonight. So we'll have 4th down and 17. So surely a punt here from the Freddies, as Andy said.
I'm curious if the Danville fans are getting louder or just trying to stay warm. There's been a lot of movement for them here.
A lot of cowbells.
A lot of cowbells.
Moving of the arms.
Anything to keep the blood flowing.
There's a flag, and this will be a delay of game.
Wow. They don't have any timeouts left, so.
Half the distance to the goal.
Inside the 1, Beckham inside. Even further. Half-yard line.
I wish scoreboards could put up half-yard line.
Yeah.
Just
ball on the .5.
They're going to take the safety. That's solid call there from Coach Hartley just to take the safety. So Danville goes up 25-14. It's still a 2-score game, and you can try to pin them a little deeper.
6 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Blue Devils 25, Fredericktown 14.
We're going to cross the OH report one more time before likely this will be a final with 6 minutes to go. Mohawk up 27-14 over Cary. That Crestview game has not seen an updated score. 28-8 remains, if that is still the score. Crestview over Western Reserve. Centerburg 40, East Knox 6. Northmore 49, Cardington 0. And then, of course, here, Danville 25. Fredericktown 14.
And we've got Yankees 3, Guardians 2, bottom of the 3rd.
What are the Guardians' scores? So they scored
Jose
one.
Jose had a sack fly, bottom 1st. And Josh Naylor finally decided to hit the ball. He had an RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 outs, 1 on still for the Guardians. We were talking about that game before, like 8-7 kind of game with the starting pitchers that have been in play tonight, and definitely trending that way.
You and I will be there tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't get any sleep last night, and if they find a way to win tonight, I will not get any sleep tonight either.
OH.REPORT will be taking a trip down to Progressive Field, or up to Progressive Field. Get to feel a little bit of the lake effect before it gets too bad.
Yeah.
It's going to get a little chilly up there tonight. A little pretty similar to what this is here today. Here's a kick down the field. This will roll past the 40. Payne will just fall on it. Wisely done by him. Danville will start a drive with 6 minutes to go and a 2-score lead, just trying to eat clock at this point. Danville, if they're able to finish it off, they'll jump to 7-2 on the year, and their schedule strength of schedule remains impressive because their 2 losses have come to undefeated teams.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to lose to anybody, you lose to the undefeated teams. There's no shame in that. And they almost beat Hopewell Loudon, too. They lost that game 12-8, so definitely we're in that game. Northmore got the better of them. Northmore's done that to just about everybody this year. And they'll have an interesting game next week at East Knox.
High snap, Hackman able to haul it in, gives it to Burke, and Burke will shove ahead close to the first down marker.
Spoiler alert, he's going to be an Andy's Dandy tonight. I'm just going to throw that out there.
And spoiler alert, MVP will be his counterpart, Siren Wallace.
Yes.
2 touchdowns, first 2 of his career. Just the role that he has taken on here in the middle of the season and moving forward. And he's going to be back out on the field here as Burke goes off to the sideline late. Number 12, he'll be to the left hip of Hackman.
And if you blink, you might miss him.
Hackman's going to keep this, however, and he has space on the outside. To the 40 he goes, to the 30, gets past the last defender, and he's all the way to the end zone for another touchdown to tack this on for Danville. The score is not 43-13. Not sure what the scoreboard's doing. It is 31-14. After that score by the quarterback, Jacob Hackman.
This was a 14-7 Fredericktown lead at the half, and you would never know it when you look at just the score to this game tonight. What a tale of 2 halves it has been.
Lucas, chance for his second extra point. Good snap, good hold. A little to the right, though, so it will stay 31-14. 5:07 to go. Just some time to go off the clock, but Danville likely will go up to 7-2 on the year. We'll take a break and come back live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
That's a pretty different score from what you saw at the half. Danville has racked on 31 unanswered here against Fredericktown. It was 14-7 at half. So actually that would be, math isn't mathing for me right now as we get close to the end of this game, but
24-0 second half.
24-0 second half, yes. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Interesting in the back there as Sipes hands this off to his teammate to try and return this. Doesn't want to take too big of a hit, so he gives it off to the freshman.
He's taken enough hits tonight. He's like, here, you take this one.
The freshman treatment right there from the Freddies. So to break down this game, just all the scoring that has happened, we'll have first down and 10 for Fredericktown. Started off in the first quarter at the minute 35 mark. Sipes with a 22-yard touchdown pass to Toombs to make it 7-0 Fredericktown. Second quarter at the 8:57 mark, Siren Wallace made his first career rushing touchdown with a 16-yard run. Made it 7-7, tied up. Sipes got a 4-yard touchdown run just before the end of the first half to take the lead, 14-7. And then it became 15-14 on a Hackman 3-yard touchdown run with 7:03 left in the third quarter. Here's a throw down the field just over the intended target, Gavin Toombs. But that Hackman touchdown made it 15-14 after a 2-point conversion attempt where they gave it to Lucas in the end zone. And then Wallace continued the scoring for Danville, had a 63-yard touchdown run on the first play of that drive. Then they tacked on another 2-point conversion. They gave it to the counterpart, Aidan Burke, the other running back. made it 23-14. Then a safety that Fredericktown took, they were going to take a punt at the 1, decided just to step into the back of the end zone and take the safety. That made it 25-14. And then in the ensuing drive, as here's another shot down the field, and Levi Ferre almost had his second pick in as many weeks.
I think he's trying to figure out how he didn't catch that one. It went right through his hands. He looked like the intended receiver.
It's cold, ball's slick.
Cold, it's slick, yeah.
Not trying to make excuses for the man, but a lot of factors go into that. 3rd down and long again. But to finish off the scoring, Hackman, just a few moments ago, you saw it, 52-yard touchdown run, makes it 31-14. Missed extra point, keeps it at that total. 4:46 to go, 3rd down and 10. Sipes rolls out again. Gronberg trying to put on some pressure. Sipes outruns him, throws it down the field. He has Toombs, but he's out of bounds.
Just hasn't had it in the second half. He hasn't had time to throw. He's been running for his life.
Well, it's a different stat line from last year when he threw 5 interceptions. Still, it's been a struggle for him here in the second half. And Danville found something out of that first half that they were able to exploit and really hone in on out of the locker rooms. There was a flag on that play. It's declined. 4th and 10 on the 14. And Fredericktown will punt this away.
Great effort from them tonight, just unable to keep it going in the second half.
Big shot there. There is no flag. No, there is a flag on the field, so this punt will not count. As J.R. Butler, the punter, got ran into by the Danville pressure.
Call his personal foul, roughing the kicker against Danville.
So that will keep the drive alive. Automatic first down. It's a personal foul, roughing the kicker, not running into, roughing.
4th penalty on the night for the Blue Devils.
Places the ball at the 29-yard line.
45 yards in penalties.
See if the Freddies can tack on another score. It would be their first of the second half. But it'll likely be in a losing effort here. 3 receivers on 1st down and 10. Ball on the 29 of Danville, or no, excuse me, of Fredericktown. Snap. Sipes sits in the pocket. Now we'll roll out to the left. Yet again, throws down the field out of bounds. Nobody there, just throwing it away. So Fredericktown will end their season next week, taking on another tough opponent. Centerburg will be their final opponent. They will go to Centerburg's place. Never easy over there.
No. One of the more unique places.
Yeah.
Got a hill in the one end zone in the corner.
Hey, I think the game plan next week should just be put Gavin Toombs on that hill, just
Yeah.
throw it up to him. I don't see anybody stopping him. Just keep Trevin Harris in front of you, you should be fine.
That Centerburg-Fredericktown game is always an interesting one to call, too, because the uniforms are so similar.
Another throw down the field is out of range for Gavin Toombs. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, you and I were at that just incredible Centerburg-Northmore game earlier this season where it looked like the Trojans were going to pull off the upset. They led that game, had the 100-yard kickoff return to potentially tie it, called back because he caught it in the end zone, which is an automatic touchback.
And that really changed, I think, the course of how the entire KMAC played out.
It sure did.
Here's Toombs on a short pass. He's at the sideline. He's going to stay in for a little bit, and he gets the first down.
Sipes completes the pass to Gavin Toombs.
But Northmore's biggest test, I think, was last week against Mount Gilead, a game where they were locked up defensively, not necessarily just because of the defense, but just because the offense never gave them the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Mount Gilead's offense never gave Northmore the ball.
Yeah, you guys talked about that a lot on the Pigskin Show last week, too, about the amount of respect the KMAC has for Mount Gilead and what they do to you. Might not show up in the win-loss column for Mount Gilead, but They are never fun to match up against.
So Northmore cruising past Cardington as expected, one of the bottom feeders in the KMAC. So they will improve to, what would that be, 6-0?
In the KMAC?
Yeah, 6-0 in the KMAC.
Yes.
So, and then next week, I believe they have Loudonville. Yes,
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
They do have Loudonville. They are at Loudonville. Redbirds have a chance to do something very funny
Shock
there
the
next
world.
week. Two teams looking for perfect/imperfect seasons. Here's 2nd down and 10. Fredericktown. Sipes throws down the field. He almost had Mull, but a good deflection there by Siren Wallace. Just to cap off the
You
night.
know, just a great job, great game from Siren Wallace tonight.
We'll talk to him later tonight.
He just slid in there and knocked that one away. It looked like it was going to be a completion for a big gain.
Off goes Wallace, and he's cramping. He's in the sideline now, stretched out by his teammate. Third down and 10. Sipes in an empty backfield. Three rushers, excuse me. Throw to the first down marker, and Mull will have it. Drive keeps going. Danville Health Center first down. Before we wrap up our coverage tonight, I want to thank our sponsors bringing us here to Danville tonight to see Danville defend their home turf yet again. They'll be 5-0 in the regular season here at Tough Street Stadium. Thank you to the Bottleneck Bar and Grill, Mike's Fredericktown Marathon Towing and Repair, Panchos Tacos of Mansfield, Belleville, and Mount Vernon, Danville Feed and Supply, Danville Health Center, Killbuck Savings Bank, Knox Community Hospital, and the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. 3:20 to go here in the fourth. Sipes takes it again. From the shotgun, he'll throw short. And a solid 6-yard gain.
Sipes completes the pass.
That'll make it 2nd down and 5.
About 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5 at the Blue Devils 34-yard line.
I believe it was number 11 on the catch. My Fredericktown roster seems to have disappeared on me.
Me as well. 2nd down and 5 on the 34. Sipes down the field.
Oh!
Almost caught by Foray again. He could have 2 interceptions in this game.
Intended for Carter Ball, falls incomplete.
They were looking for Mull. It was a little bit over him. And they were also, you could say they were also looking for Lang. It was short of him. Foray was right in the middle and couldn't haul it in.
I've seen a couple of those deflections, too, tonight that have so far all fallen innocently to the ground. No tip drill picks. We did have one interception. We've had 2 interceptions in this game. The one was incredible by Fredericktown, the one-handed catch.
And we had the second one by Proper for Danville, so 1 for each team. Just hope for Sipes' sake that he doesn't throw one here late, as he does get a completion off with 3rd down and 5. We'll see what the officials mark it as. It looks like they'll be short. Roush able to get about 2. 4th down and 3, says the scoreboard. They just changed it to 2. 4th and 2.
Ball placed at the 32-yard line. 4th and 2 Freddy.
You got a tough opponent next week in Centerburg. Just got to get some big momentum swings here today to kind of ride you into practice next week to get ready for them, as here is a timeout called by Coach Bloom. So Danville will talk this over. That's their first one called of the half.
Didn't like what he saw from his defense matched up there on that 4th and 2.
Talked about Fredericktown and how they're going to play Centerburg next week, but you can't forget Danville. I don't know which is a bigger game in their eyes, senior night or Devil Dog game. I think it's easily Devil Dog game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that game next week is the one that they look forward to every single year. And as you mentioned, too, they're going to be hosting a home game here for the playoffs. So senior night, yes, but they will have another shot to play on their home turf.
Show you one more time these rankings that will change tonight after all of the results are recorded. Danville, just a 6.9 ranking according to Joe Idle. That's up significantly if you look at Martin RPI, another source for rankings. Martin RPI has them number one in the region. But right now, they'd be playing Shady Side if the results ended right now. Here is 4th down and 2. Can the Freddies convert this here? Sipes has a lot of space to the far side. He's going to try and run for this. Byers, is he going to be able to get him? No. Nice juke move, and he'll shuffle to the inside, close to the 20-yard line. Solid move there by Blake Sipes. You'll see it one more time here.
That's been one of his more effective runs here in the second half, and the field getting slick. Just able to run right past his defender and get that first down and keep this drive going.
Danville Health Center first down for Fredericktown. High snap, Sipes looking for the end zone. He'll play short instead, and there's another pass that falls incomplete.
Intended for Elijah Snow.
You like this drive here from Fredericktown, taking their time and slowly moving down the field.
Yeah, it's been, a tough second half here for them, but a chance to put a drive together here. You talked about it, build a little bit of momentum going into next week's game at Centerburg. Try to find a way to put this one into the end zone and get some points here before heading home.
Sipes again looking to the right. Evades a tackler, throws it towards the end zone, a little bit behind his target, Toombs. No, that's actually Kirshner there. 3rd down and 10. So breaking down next week, Fredericktown at Centerburg, Danville at East Knox, and then it will be Mount Gilead hosting Cardington and Northmore at Loudonville.
So Northmore won tonight, or they were up big, right?
Yeah, they won tonight.
So they clinched.
3rd down and 10. We'll get to that in a moment. Short pass, Toombs. Can he make one man miss? Yes, he can. Can he make a second miss? Yes, he can. Can he turn his way into the first down marker? Maybe is the answer. I think he's short. 4th down.
Yeah, he's going to be just a little bit short. But yeah, Northmore clinches at least a share of the KMAC with that win tonight.
But they won it outright. You just know that because the last time they've won a championship outright was in the 80s.
Jeez. It's even before my time.
Here's 4th down and 2. Could be the last play of the game for the Freddies, and yeah, it will be. Sipes had nothing, throws it away, stays safe. And the Blue Devils turn over the Freddies again on downs, and a couple of runs, and probably kneels as well with 1:27 to go, and this one will be over.
Yeah, I think we'll see victory formation here from the Blue Devils, and what an answer from them at halftime. Trailing 14-7 at home on senior night. Fredericktown came out, gave them a punch early, and it just looked like Danville was playing tight. You know, they went for it on 4th down on their own 18-yard line, didn't get it. That led to a Fredericktown score that put them up 7 at the half. And you're sitting here at the half kind of scratching your head going, what is happening here tonight? But give credit to the Blue Devils. Coach Bloom, they went into the locker room, came out, and just completely flipped the script here in the second half and dominated this one.
High snap. They're not going to kneel it. They'll give it to Burke to try and get some extra yards in his stat category. 2nd down incoming. See how many yards Danville will add here towards the end as Hackman goes back to the huddle. Clock under a minute to go. MVP tonight, brought to you by Panchos Tacos, will be Siren Wallace. We'll talk to him pretty quickly after the game, try to get him up here. 10 seconds on the play clock here. No rush from Danville.
That should be the final play. Or no, there'll be one more.
Hackman will roll out, and he's got space. Hackman able to get past one. It looks like he stepped out of bounds there, but the official didn't see it. And now he'll be marked down inbounds at the 36-yard line, and with a first down, that's a pretty good way to end it if you're the Danville Blue Devils. And the clock rolls just before the play clock surpasses it. And we'll see a timeout by Danville.
Timeout, Danville.
It's a chance to give the seniors a little bit of a moment here. Always like when you see this in a basketball game where the coach takes a timeout, makes the substitution to give the players and the seniors a hard-earned ovation, much-earned ovation.
7 senior starters will trot off the field here to a standing ovation by the fans. Hackman, Burke, Byers, Lucas, Wilson, Lyons, and Colopy will get their respective de facto farewells. They'll be back here for a playoff game, but on senior night, big moment for them.
Yeah,
as reality starts to kick in a little bit, that it's coming towards the end.
Yeah, it all happens so quick. It's over in the blink of an eye. But really cool moment there for them to get their moment.
Ridgway, the new quarterback, will take this snap. He'll give it off. And here's a nice run to the outside. And that will be just short of the first down marker. Solid run by Hunter Mead, another senior. So seniors, starters will make their way off, and some seniors that don't usually get too much time, they come in and get a little bit of a play in. And it's a solid gain as well for Mead there to end the night for Danville. Clock will tick to zeros. Danville 31, Fredericktown 14. They are now on a 4-game winning streak. They go 5-0 here at home, one of the toughest places to play in the KMAC. Tough Street Stadium. Blue Devils are now 7-2 on the year. We'll take a break and be back with our MVP here on senior night. The freshman, Siren Wallace, will join us up in the press box, live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
We all need help sometimes dealing with everything life throws at us. As outdoorsmen, spending time in nature, hunting, fishing, and cooking with the buddies we love are great ways to reset and decompress. Man Therapy is a platform designed for men, by men, to help us sort through stress, anxiety, depression, or any other puzzles we're dealing with. Get a rundown of how you excel and where you can improve your mental health by taking Man Therapy's 20-point head inspection. It's free, it's anonymous, and it can be your first step towards becoming a happier, healthier man. Learn more at mantherapy.org.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Time now for your MVP, brought to you by Panchos Tacos Mexican Restaurant. We've got a freshman here on senior night. Just had to spoil it for the rest of the guys, right? So Siren Wallace, great game for you. First time joining us up here, your first career touchdown. Just walk me through that. How did that feel?
It was an amazing feeling. Just good to get into the end zone and just keep going.
Yeah, so things really opened up for you. Just 6 rushes, the 2 touchdowns. Just talk about being the yin to Burke's yang. Just sometimes Burke kind of struggled there to get a couple yards. You come in, make that big impact. What has it been like to have you two kind of just share that backfield?
I think it's good. We complement each other well. We do good together. Hit him with power and I come in with speed. I think it's a good combo. And gives teams a lot to prepare for.
Yeah, so Coach has gotten you involved here towards the middle of the season and on, of course, a big game from you here today. What has it been like in practice, kind of earning your reps and getting yourself here to this
earn
position?
every rep and just go as hard as you can all the time. That's just what you got to do.
So now you look forward to a big Devil Dog game next week. Going to be a big game, of course, but kind of want you to give a little moment to your seniors and just how you felt that to be able to get this result for you guys.
They help out well. They've always mentored me, all of them. Good leadership, setting a good example for everyone, and I just follow what they do.
All right, final question for you, Siren. Just look in the camera, give a couple shout-outs on the OH Report.
Shout out to my family, shout out to my girlfriend Avery, and shout out to all the seniors here on senior night for showing me how to play.
First of many MVPs here on the OH Report with Siren Wallace. Congratulations.
Thank you.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Press box here at Tough Street Stadium. 31-14 the final. Danville pulls away at the end. 24 unanswered points in the second half, Andy, and they get their 7th win of the season.
Yeah, and it was interesting there in the first half. They struggled. They came out a little tight, trailed at the half, and then whatever the message was at halftime, it was received loud and clear because they flipped the script and dominated in the second half to pull away.
And it felt like there was an adjustment, especially with Sipes, who had such a good first half, only 24 yards in that second half.
Yeah, he threw 32 pass attempts tonight, 10 of 32, 169, touchdown and an interception, as you see the final numbers here. It was close on paper if you look at the stats, because the first half was so dominant by Fredericktown, and Danville just completely turned it around in the second half and found a way to get out of here with the win on senior night. Big win, and this will certainly help solidify their playoff positioning, and there's a chance they might find themselves with the potential 1 seed before it's all said and done. We'll see.
And I think that this team in that region, it's one of the weaker regions in Division 7 in my eyes, because obviously you got Marion Local in a completely different region.
Yes.
You got to consider them.
Yep.
Coldwater, I believe, is in a different region as well, or is it?
I would have to double check on that. Teams keep moving around.
Yeah, but Danville in a region that is very winnable.
Absolutely.
They get away from Dalton, who they had to play last year.
Uh-huh.
A couple of other names in there as well that they kind of dodge with kind of the readjustment period. But this Danville team next week, they're going to have big tests in the state tournament, but I think the biggest test that they're going to have is this East Knox team coming up next week, just because of the sheer rivalry between these two sides.
Oh, yeah. That is always a fun game, and very much looking forward to that one next week.
So Fredericktown, after their loss, they will take on Centerburg next week on the road. That's another big matchup. Probably the 2 biggest matchups of the week right there. You got Fredericktown, Centerburg, and Danville, East Knox.
Yeah, those are the 2 marquee matchups in the KMAC next week. No question about it.
Yeah, and then for Northmore, they play Loudonville. It's a big game just because they could go 10-0. They could win the conference outright for the first time since the 80s. I don't remember the exact year in the 80s, but I know
Travis
it was in the 80s.
Travis will have the info for us on the pigskin tonight.
Yeah,
no
I don't
question.
have to worry about that at all because Travis has it all covered. He has all the statistics on the Northmore Golden Knights.
Yes.
But here we are. Danville with a final 31-14. That's going to do it for us here tonight. And we'll see you tonight for Friday Night Pigskin at 11:30-ish, our trademarks time. And thank you to Andy Jardy joining me on color, giving me some stats today. It's very much appreciated.
Of course,
also,
that's why I'm
thank you
here.
to Merrick for embracing the elements. A little chilly tonight. Next week he'll have to bring out some gloves because it's getting to that time of the year as the weather, temperature-wise, has finally decided to match the colors in all of the trees we've seen the last couple of weeks. Senior sponsors, our sponsors for this one, scroll through your screen one final time, and you see some of the top plays of this game. Thank you so much for being with us. Next week, I will be at, personally, Mount Gilead, Cardington. Where are you at?
I believe I'm at Lucas next week against a team out of Michigan.
So we'll see you all there. Have a good rest of your night. We'll hopefully see you on the Pigskin tonight.